Ends.
Oh,
Hey there,
Yeah,
Beertubers! Welcome back to Maxwell Stars. Well, you're gonna do a special Saturday night hangout because there's nothing else to fucking do. What are you guys doing? We got Chris and we got Redbeard here.
There's
Cheers.
lots to do.
Cheers.
There's lots to do, but we just don't want to spend money on a Saturday night.
Exactly.
I am drinking a bottle of Bose Full-Time IPA.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think that came here in New Brunswick. I think you got to buy it. When did that come out? Was that the fall or was it the winter?
It's been out since at least the fall now, and it's pretty much everywhere that Lug Tread is, from what I've seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we don't even get Lug Tread regularly here. It comes in every once in a while, but I think we got the fall seasonal 4-pack and we got the winter seasonal 4-pack, but at like $27 a piece. I haven't picked them up.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. With the winter seasonal 4-pack aside, I don't like that they put Lug Tread in every single one of their friggin' 4-packs.
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer to be four new beers, but
Four special beers. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still not bad.
I mean, yeah, I like Lug Tread. It's just if they're gonna charge that much for a specialty 4-pack, I'd like to maximize what I'm gonna get rather than get their everyday beer and
Indeed.
3 others.
Trying
to see if I know I took a picture of my phone with that when it came out. Maybe it's not on here. Shit. Anyway, what are you drinking, Chris?
I am drinking from a beer that Joe actually recommended last time I was in the States. We were going back and forth on the messenger. I said, hey, what do you recommend I could pick up easily at Wegmans? He's like, you know what? Try picking up the Genesee Brewhouse, the Pilot Batch. This is the dark chocolate Scotch ale.
Usually with the brand name like Genesee and Joe, I would have thought that he would be trolling you.
Yeah, well, you know what? He said that you'd probably like it, and I did. And he goes, you know what? It's 7.5% alcohol, and there's no burn on this at all. Still too cold. Still, I'm still trying to let it warm up a bit because I just pulled it out of the fridge, but it's good. It smells fucking fantastic.
Oh, someone needs to explain to a friend of mine in the comments.
Oh, is that Amy?
Her name is Terry.
Okay.
What's the question?
Explain. Pray for Joe.
Why are we praying for Joe?
We're not praying for Joe anymore.
We're not praying for Joe anymore.
His beard is gone.
But we're still praying for him because he still corrupts everything he touches.
Yeah, but it wasn't him. It was the beard that was making him corrupt everything. Now he's not really corrupting anything anymore.
Well, maybe we should pray for Joe's beard because it's gone now.
So, Nick, what are you drinking?
What am I drinking? I am drinking a Trailway Christmas Rascal, which is a milk stout brewed with cocoa and spices. And it's actually pretty tasty.
Hey,
we don't hate Joe.
No, we don't hate Joe.
God, no.
I missed you.
Pop in.
Wow.
We don't hate Joe. It's just trolling Joe, to be honest.
Yeah. Joe messes with everybody, so it's fun to mess with him back now and then.
I found a list of the winter pack that we got we got Lug Tread, Double Identity, which is the double IPA, Osmium, Wee Heavy, and the ESB. So I'm just like Lug Tread and an ESB for $27 along with a double IPA. It's just I'd rather just buy the double IPA by itself. Yeah,
it's not that much. I want to say it's like 23 or something here. It's not $30 here.
Yeah. I mean, any one of those beer, I'd probably pay for $7 by itself. But if I'm spending that much all at once, and it's only beers that I maybe feel like buying. Yeah, Jace, it's $27 fucking for that 4-pack of Bose. It's a bit of a rip. And I think what's going on, if I recall correctly, Chad explained the way it worked was that the cost for the beer, they're paying the taxes on Ontario to produce it, and then they're paying the taxes in New Brunswick to sell it, and the shipping costs. So beer, usually 6-packs of beer, I don't know how much they normally go for, like craft beer 6-packs go for in Ontario, but when they get here in New Brunswick, they cost $20 for 6. Crazy. It is nuts. Like 355 ml bottles or thereabouts, 340, 355, 12-ounce bottles.
I go to the LCBO and buy 6 cans of beer. I expect to spend at most $20. Usually around between 18 and $20, somewhere in there for 6 beer. But that's that's 6 random beer, not just like a 6-pack of one beer, which I'm usually not a fan of like, one beer.
But like, I don't want to pay $19.99 for a 6-pack of Muskoka Detour. I know there's people here that will, because I know a friend of mine's wife is she's a friend of mine too, I guess, but she's nuts. She's over Muskoka Detour. She loves the stuff, and she'll buy a lot of it. But it's just, I wish that something like that was cheaper. It's just a session IPA. Yeah, Peter, are you jumping on? I thought that was part of the plan.
Redbeard, I just checked my my Untapped, and I did have the beer, the Bear Runner blonde.
I figured that would have been it.
And I had, what did I give it? I think I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 on Untapped.
You were still there when Chad cracked open the one new Ontario beer that I brought him, weren't you? Did you not try that? The Pop Top?
No.
I can't remember, because I know that we drank one of them, but I can't remember which one. I know it wasn't the IPA. I don't think it was. It might have been there was a porter, and the Kiwi Berliner Weiss might have been the one, or another one that I can't think of off the top of my head. I can't remember what we did. It's hilarious.
Oh my god! I just remembered that when I did the Bear Runner blonde one on my channel now on the 10th. We used to be in the basement. That was one of my first, I believe, bikini beer reviews with bikinis. When I did that one.
Good times.
You did your green screen, but you used the green screen properly.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, great. I just realized I'm wearing a green t-shirt.
Oh, you're so dumb. I'm going to copy this right now. I'm going to put,
Screen record.
There you go.
Oh, Peter's shooting a video right now. He'll be on after.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
I'm speaking of, like, I'm drinking Trailway, but speaking of Trailway, I'm actually wearing my Trailway shirt that I got at the Big Axe Beer Fest for Who John Hops. They're very tasty IPA.
So where the fuck's your Trailway poster in the background too? You want to be a whole?
You want to be that kind of shill? Here's the reason why I don't have a Trailway poster.
Opener.
One, have you seen the wall back there? And two, that my YouTube money hasn't come in yet, and they're cutting me off.
The YouTubes?
And yeah, like the monetization money there. It's being cut off. I'm not getting.
Look at you putting up your fancy.
It's almost like it's not worth doing this for the money anymore.
Your fancy photography winning pictures back behind you.
Well, I was doing it for the whole time, man. Yeah. All the money.
I miss taking pictures. I haven't done that in a while. I think I should take some stuff. Oh, you know what? I'll wait till spring, when the flowers are blooming, and the women are booming.
When I usually when I enter into some photo competitions or something, I'll the frames that I find are cheapest for the size are the 12x18 frames at Michael's. You can get those frames that I got up on the wall back there for about $20. So I buy the frame, print a 12x18 print, and then submit it into the exhibition, and hope that I make my money back when I win an award, which in the last couple of years I actually have. So I've had some pretty good results. Like I had 3 first place awards.
Where did you get them printed?
Costco.
How much it cost you for the print?
A 12x18 actually only costs about $6.
And the frame,
and they do at least 20.
Oh yeah, you're gonna make your money back on that for sure if you fucking come second or third or first.
Yeah, like a first place is $75 at the St. John exhibition. So, but that's like the only camera count. Like I do it for the fun. Like if I don't wind up winning something, I'll just either save the frame in case somebody wants it. I want to give it as a gift to somebody, or I use it again next year. So, yeah. But I mean, by contrast, like an 8x12 print, which would be a lot cheaper to print the image for, the frames are $30 or more. So it's a pain in the ass because 8x12 isn't 8x10. And 8x10s you can get the dollar store, but 8x12s, I'm not even talking about beer anymore. What's going on here?
Well, this is an impromptu hangout, so
yeah,
it could go off the walls. We don't know where it's going to go. I'd like to comment in there with Jace. Jace is now on the Facebook. Ooh. He's on the Facebook.
Book of the Faces.
Jace is on the Facebooks?
Jace is on the book of face. So I gave him a nice little wave yesterday on the messenger. Hi,
Nice.
Jace. But yeah,
So Jace
so
is-
one day he's gonna join us on the YouTubes.
Cool.
Maybe.
I'm cool with that. He's been around a while.
Yeah,
As long as he puts the Maple Leaf stuff away.
Yeah, really. Fuck.
Yeah, really.
The Leafs.
No Maple Leaves.
As I drink this and as it's warming up, it's getting better.
Are you drinking it like Donald Trump drinks water?
You gotta get your.
Oh,
That guy's so fucked. So fucked. The states right now, so fucked.
It's like
So much fucked.
It's like minty clove. I want to know what spices they used in this because it's almost like it's hard to describe what this tastes like.
Looks like you don't like it.
It's okay. It's very sweet, and milk stout. I kind of expected that. And it's really deep, rich, dark chocolate on it. It's almost skewing towards chocolate manifesto, but it's not that thick.
Yeah.
But it's the spices are kind of like winter spices with mint, and it's almost like drinking an after 8.
Ooh,
Just
that sounds good.
It can be good and it can be bad. Yeah, I know what Nick's getting at because it's either going to be really good or it's going to be meh.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's
okay.
Meh.
Yeah, it's a little heavy.
What's
as far as I go?
What's the alcohol in that one?
8.5.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna have to fucking sip on that bad boy.
Yeah.
I'll be down in it.
Well, where's the fun in that?
I mean, it is your hangout. You can do whatever you want. I mean, this is not a red beer channel.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
My channel motto is
down.
What
was that now?
my channel's motto is down the hatch.
That's fucking hilarious. What'd you put on the bottom there, Redbeard?
There's the rest of my rum and coke.
Love me. I guess mine now is like I started a lot of my beers now with the whole let's have some beer. So that's I guess mine. What be going down, people of the world, is what I've actually been doing from pretty much the start. Something I've said since high school.
You know what's funny is that when I did my own opinion today, and I almost said the beer of the today, you can see it when I'm doing the actual introduction to the beer. I almost said to the today, but I didn't. You can see it. I almost say it. Like,
I gotta watch that. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Fucking Redbeard.
I don't know. The English language is fun, man. Of the today doesn't make sense. It's not proper, but it just works. It just works though. That's hilarious.
Nick, I watched your video today of you not being on camera.
Oh, you're welcome. I like not being on camera, but doing it. Maybe it is something I picked up from Lee, but I actually kind of like doing it that way because I don't have to worry about what I'm looking at or like the composition. I just point it at the beer and drink it, and it seems to work.
Yeah, but I see a nice TV screen behind you. You can plug your camera into that thing, and then you're good for a monitor. It's not hard.
Yeah.
But that's actually, okay. You do whatever you want.
HDMI out I've got HDMI out and a monitor that I plug into when I was doing the videos for low tech.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done one in a while, but I've got a computer screen and an HDMI cord to go to it that'll allow me to plug in there.
Those low tech videos are your most popular.
Sadly enough, yeah.
All three.
I got all 3 of them. Well, let me take a quick look at that channel to see what the most watched video is. I know it's probably my Canon A1.
The camera repair, the repair video is probably the most.
Have either of you checked out my most viewed video? That is like it's my most viewed video by like 18,000 views or something like that.
Wow!
What did you do?
I poured a bottle. I took a bottle of raspberry Smirnoff Ice and a bottle of orange creamsicle Bacardi Breezer. Poured them both into a big glass and chugged it.
Yeah.
And that video somehow has so many more views than any other video on my channel. It's insane.
You know what sucks though? When I look at your channel on the home screen, I can't see your most popular videos set up differently.
Oh yeah.
I'll have to do it on the laptop here.
Let's see.
Misses the
These fucking dicks.
Oh, thank you, Jace. Actually, that's nostalgic right there. He just said he misses the Wikipedia thing. Like when I used to do my daily drink vlogs, and I'd always have at least 3 or 4 like facts about like on this day in the past kind of thing, and so I always had to kind of make sure I knew what day my beers were coming out and stuff, and it was actually a lot more kind of stressful for me. And whereas now I can just sit down and do like 4 reviews in a row and not have to worry like on this day, blah, blah, blah. Today, like, cause I used to say like, it would be like today being January 20th on this day and blah, 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 this happened. And yeah, but you know what, for a subscriber, I'm almost at 500. I'm very close to 500. I still don't know what I'm going to do for 500, but I get something big.
You're at 488 right now.
I was at 49. God damn it.
Low Tech has one video that's got almost 8,500 views and the other one's almost 4,000. And there's 4 videos in total. The other 2 just have like 180. But that's still more than I would get on a normal beer review here.
I usually average.
What you talking about, Nick? Your videos do awesome.
I generally average about 30 or so. I'd say in my first day and a half.
The analysis stuff is getting all your views on your channel right now.
Oh yeah, the analysis stuff is what's pulling my channel right now. Hey, look, my Lunda Mel got flagged as inappropriate for advertisers. Submit review.
Nice. And
by the time you submit it for review, it'll the main surge of people watching it'll be over.
Oh yeah, my videos are not monetized for the first day when I get like all my views, and then the second or third day they'll be monetized. Like YouTube is doing, and I have like pretty much cut out the swearing in my videos. I used to swear like a sailor. I still swear when I do my gaming stuff. Actually, a surprising number of people tune in to watch me play The Long Dark, which is pretty cool. I like that. Makes me happy.
Yeah, but I mean, they'll disable. Let's say, well, we found content that's not suitable for all viewers, and then it'll be like one of my live streams that hasn't even gone live.
When you get that notification, where does it tell you?
If you go into your like onto your dashboard.
Yeah, I'm in my creator studio right now.
Yeah, your creator studio. You go to videos. You go to edit the video. Let me bring it back up here. And you list your videos, and underneath each video on the side, where you'll have like the little picture of the globe and the green dollar sign that shows you whether your video is monetized or not. It'll be marked in yellow, and it says not suitable for most advertised, and you can submit a review to get them to change their mind on that. And usually they will within a couple days, despite saying they don't have the manpower to do it.
It's something in yellow? Okay, so I don't.
It'd be like a yellow gold kind of, and there'll be a note saying that it's not suitable for advertisers.
That's fucking because but how many subs do you have, Nick?
719.
Well, with my 76 subs, I don't have anything in yellow here. I've never been flagged for anything.
Well, have you enabled monetization on your channel?
I can't. Won't let me.
No, you're still too small for even I think the threshold of now. Like
your
channel has been around
before. Yeah, they're really fucking with the threshold now, and that's what the people all upset. But the threshold before I think was 10,000 views.
Yeah, it was. So that's why I wasn't even close to being. I was able to monetize for a bit, and then because they changed the threshold, and I lost all that ability. That's when I bitched on one of my vlogs about.
How many views is your channel at there, Nick?
Oh, geez. Let me see. I think I'm like over for lifetime. I think I'm way over 500,000.
Oh, really? How long have you been on here?
Well, my channel existed just for personal videos and stuff before I started doing the beer reviews. So I think my channel went online in 2008, 2007, 2008.
Oh, really?
I first put on, I think my first videos were, one of my most popular videos was a video of my gaming computer back in 2008.
Nice. That's awesome, actually.
Yeah, and I'll have to share. I'll find the video and share it with you because it was a pretty sweet rig. It was like an Athlon quad, a Phenom quad core back in January 2008.
I want to say I was running some. I was running a Phenom triple core or something like that back then. I think. Oh, yeah. I can't fully recall.
Yeah,
I've gone through so many computers. Christ.
I had one of the first Phenoms that had the TLB bug in it. The ones that they ended up redoing. It was a 9600. Yeah, there it is. That video has got over 100. Has 138,000 views on it. I'll
Where are you linking that, Nick?
Let me see. I'll share it in the chat here on the side. So I don't think we can. If anybody's watching online and you're curious, then just go to my channel, and there's like a little search thing on my channel, and do a search for TI-Triton, TRITON, and you'll find the gaming PC. You'll see the one that's got the most views on it. So, nice. But that's like my old gaming computer from 2000 2008.
What does your PC look like now?
Not even close to that.
Oh, yeah.
I downgraded. I actually sold that computer and downgraded just to a plain old Athlon dual core for a while, and then I upgraded to a Phenom 2 X6 1090T 6 core in 2011 that I'm still running right now. I'm on it right now.
This is my baby right here. Thought why not? A little tour of my computer. My baby.
You said you were running an Athlon FX, or not an Athlon FX. You were running an FX
9590. But the best one they had before Ryzen came out.
Yeah,
it's a 9590. It runs hot, but it still it still plays pretty much anything I throw at it with all the settings cranked with no problem at all.
See, I can do a drop-in upgrade of a Phenom, or sorry, a Phenom, an FX 8350 or 8370, I think, as a drop-in upgrade. But I just haven't really thought like, well, it's going to cost $200 to that. Am I going to get that much more performance out of it?
Yeah,
I'm still thinking of it. But ultimately, I'd like to build myself a Ryzen 7.
This year, probably spring or so, once I get back to work, that's the plan for me. I'm going to gut this thing. I'm keeping my case because I love that case. It's monstrous. There's so much room in there. And it's got like 15 fans. It's freaking awesome. But, yeah, I want to go probably Ryzen 7 as well.
Yeah. Excuse my desk is a little bit of a mess. Let me see if I can show it to you. It's just right behind my monitor. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can't really see that. The side cover's off.
Let's use a Game Boy.
Yeah, my Game Boy sitting on it. It's a micro ATX case, so it's I downgraded it just for the small size.
Yeah, I have all kinds of rooms, so I was like, I want the biggest case I can get. Mine's the Asa Hurricane Red.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Asa.
I'd never heard of them before either, but it's a really well designed case. I like it. It's actually got like every drive except for my system drive. There's like a hot swap thing, so you can like pull the drive right out.
I think we're boring Chris here. Oh, and Jason's like, does this offend you? Huh? All right.
I just Jace just said didn't take the shower curtain off because we gave you a hard time about it. Pretty much, actually, that in combination with I wanted to get rid of it for a long time. When I first started doing my videos, though, the camera I was using, it blended, like if I was wearing a darker shirt, it like made me look invisible into the couch. So I needed something contrast. And now that I'm actually using a really, really good webcam, I can actually like see me apart from the couch a lot better. So
this is what I'm using for my gaming.
Really? That's all you're using?
Yeah, my Republic of Gamers gaming laptop.
Well, you bought an actual laptop for video editing, didn't you?
I have an Asus as well laptop. Mine is not a Republic of Gamers, but I can play. I can play Subnautica on it. Not with the settings cranked, but I can play it on there. On here, I can play with settings cranked, and that is going to happen. Anybody watching that cares about my shit.
I got the shit scared out
of
me.
I hardly touch it anymore, but there's my laptop.
Yeah, nice. I have 2 more spare ones in my.
Okay, now that we're all done pulling our dicks out,
so much.
Yeah,
I've got so much old computer shit in my other room, man. It's crazy.
What's your oldest computer? Just want to ask.
Oldest one that I still have, or oldest one I ever had?
Okay, your oldest one that you still have.
I don't even know what it is. It's like this amalgamation of just things I had left over, and it's like sitting on my desk in the other room, not in a case or anything, but it fully works. I don't even know what I could do with it, but it's just there. And I don't even know. I want to say that's a good 10 years old parts wise. Oh. My first computer ever was bought for my family by my amazing grandma for $2,500. It was an IBM Aptiva that we bought at Radio Shack.
Oh yeah.
Had an 800 meg hard drive, 8 megs of RAM, and oh man, we bought it just as Windows 95 was coming out, so we got like a free upgrade disc.
It sounds like my first computer.
That's how crazy old that was.
My first computer was like some local company that made them, or some Ontario company that pre-built them, but it was PEX. But my grandmother bought this computer for the family. It was a Pentium 75, had 8 megs of RAM and an 850 meg quantum hard drive in it with a 4-speed CD-ROM, and the thing was obsolete and couldn't run anything within a year.
Oh yeah,
it was right after Windows 95 came out.
20.
I still got one of those. That was my first computer.
Remember the first one that my mom got? My mom and dad separated. I was in high school. Well, when I was younger, but in high school, she got this computer. It was a Pentium 133.
Oh yeah.
It was right around when Duke Nukem came out. Because I was there when she bought it, and I was like 15 years old, and I convinced the guy, I'm like, buy a computer, you should throw that game in for free, and he did. It was awesome. But yeah, me and my buddy came over and we opened it up and we got it to run at 166. We overclocked it back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I could probably handle it with stock cooling.
Yeah, it was fun.
A lot of those chips were underclocked anyway. Like they were all the same chip. They were just marked for lower speed to sell them at a certain points. Anyway, whatever.
Twinsies.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Twinsies.
Yeah. All right. So let me see. What's the comments say here? Chase Westcott says that he had an IBM XT. Like the first computer I ever bought at a yard sale. There was my big computer that my grandmother had bought the family, and then there was the computer I wanted to work on because I ended up getting into computers and computer tech worked as a computer technician at a high school. And my first computer that I bought at a yard sale was an IBM PC XT, and it had the 8088 processor in it and the like a 30 meg Seagate MFM hard drive.
Nice.
Fancy shit, man.
Oh yeah. And I remember upgrading that thing to a 386.
That's some fancy computer talk you're talking right there, Nick.
It's so fancy.
I just realized why we don't have, well, we have 5 people watching, but I realized why we don't potentially have at least a few more. Malted Montreal is doing some kind of streaming thing with 26 people watching him right now. Lucky bastard.
There must be more people watching the whole whiskey scene or something.
Yeah, they're doing a whiskey
mostly whiskey reviews.
I'm starting a wine channel.
That's what they're doing right now. It says Springbank Local Barley with the Whiskey Hunter. I think the Whiskey Hunter is another whiskey YouTube guy. So
you're saying that I should be breaking out the whiskey right now?
That is up to you, buddy.
Maybe later.
Oh, maybe I will. I gotta see. Oh wait, my cousin gave me something. Hold on.
Oh,
Greg says that he's shooting semen on a bitch. Then he'll get off.
Of course, Greg says that. Of course, Greg says. Yeah, let's get Greg in here. Why not? Why not just fucking?
Yeah, Greg's out right now at a sex club.
He's fucking
crazy. My cousin gave me one of those little sample bottles with I've never had this. This is the Highland Park 12 year.
Ooh.
Nice. Paul liked the link I put on Facebook, but he hasn't said anything or tried. I think is he gone now? Is he on his trip overseas? Wherever he's going?
No, he's not going on that till March. But
okay.
I messaged Paul earlier in a private message asking if he was going to be around. He said that he was still in Gettysburg with the kids, so he's not in.
So, Carrie, you know the person in the comment, is that Amy? Is that her name?
Her name's Terry.
Oh, her name's Terry.
Yeah. Okay. And I know her. And
Terry says more views if you had kittens. And you know what? Maybe I'll introduce my cat into my.
Just say, give me a second.
Uh-oh, he's going to get his dog rat thing.
Oh, great.
I know you can still hear us too right now because it's on wireless.
Jace Westcott has 2 cats, and if I start a Beertube channel, they will be featured prominently. Walter and Mr. Perfect.
Walter?
You think I was going to get my dog, but I was not going to get my
dog. Oh, no, he's got pussy.
Oh, my cat's hanging out on the couch over there. I can't even.
Yeah. Oreo was here the whole time. He's always right here.
Oreo. That's a good name for a black and white cat like that.
No, this is Moo Cow. Oreo's my dog.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
When she was a kitten, she meowed, and it sounded like a cow mooing. It was pretty funny.
Wow.
So cow.
Jace, are you ever going to start
Cow.
a beer tubing channel? Are you going to start one? Because I would like to. I would totally troll your shit, and that'd be awesome. And subscribe. I will.
I would. I miss my cat. Samus actually featured on a few beer reviews with me in the early days, but sadly she passed away in around 2015. Anyway, downer.
My first cat that I ever had, like my first pet that was on my own, was my cat Commodore, and he died about 2 years ago. It was very, very sad. He was about 17 years old. He was an awesome cat. She's all right.
See, Terry was right. Bring the cat in the picture, and you get more viewers.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, we did go up. Drunken One's in the chat.
Oh,
anybody got him on Facebook?
Just send a link to his YouTube channel. He knows how to do that.
Right?
Go to his channel, go to About, and then there's a send message thing right there. And thank you, Terry.
I don't know if I'm subscribed to him. Yeah, I am.
You got to be. Come on now. He just broke 1,000 recently.
Yeah, see that? He's got more hits and more subs than I do. Oh, excuse me.
That's because he shows his face on camera.
I'm trying to find the message thing.
I gotta say, like the way you do your beer reviews is very unique, but at the same time, it is a little odd to have you like you never see you actually taking the drink or anything. It's different. It's weird. You're not an ugly man. Come on.
It's based on
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
I don't know. I just prefer being behind the camera. Anyway, where do you find on this channel? Was it discussion?
Go to about, and then there's a send message thing right there.
Yeah, here I found it. Okay, cool. Done.
Oh, Terry just opened up a possible whole can of worms. She just told everybody her name on Facebook.
Terror Bear. If you want to send her a link, go ahead.
Hey, Terry.
She's not. I don't think she's really a beer drinker, but I don't even know if she. Do you want to come join the live chat, Terry? Do you have a camera and a microphone? Because it'd be funny. If you can do it, actually, if you Nick allows phones, you could even just be on your phone. I think that'd be pretty funny.
Is there something you got to hit in order to allow phones or something?
You have to open up your own Hangout on your phone and go into settings. I don't think I can do it from my end because it's your Hangout right now, but there's like I said, it took like a half an hour last. It was so annoying. But there's a setting in there that says allow this link to be used or something like that.
Come on, Terry, get in here. I want to see your knitted sweater. Come on, get in here. Let's go.
Next time she's shy.
All right, next time.
We're
fine with you watching, but yeah, next time.
The kitten suggestion was good, but like, you want to get viewers, you get a hot female in here, and that's what we have if that happens. So
it's a little sexist, isn't it?
It's not a lie, though.
Yeah, then again, we hang with Greg, so
it's not a lie. Pretty girls get you the views. It's
true.
There's a lot more guys that like to look at girls out there.
She says in the chat she's more of a voyeur, so she's twinsies with Jamie.
Nice.
That's funny.
All right, I gotta find that link. See if I can find that link here. Follow it on my phone. And it wants me to fucking update my Hangout app.
Nice.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, piece of shh.
Why doesn't it just auto update? What's wrong with that?
I don't know. Usually things do auto update on my phone. I am low on space.
The only stipulation on mine is make sure that it's on Wi-Fi. But aside from that, yeah, do it.
Wait, I need to look that word up on the dictionary. What? Look up voyeur? You can always look it up on RedTube. Sorry, that's terrible.
No, it's accurate. Look it up. Look it up on wherever.
Well, I mean, it's a perfect term for people who like to watch. Let's put it that way.
No, thank you. I'm a lady. Or so she says. Your Mr. and Me6 thing is ridiculous.
That's awesome.
All right, well, I've got that updated.
I feel like what is he even supposed to be saying when he goes like blah 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 blah?
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
No, but there's no, that's not happening in his mouth right now. He's like, ooh wee maybe, ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee.
Yeah, maybe. I think
It's kind of weird.
Let's get rid of him.
That was the wrong chat.
Ooh wee maybe, ooh wee. Oh, shit's going down now.
Holy shit!
Shit is going down now.
It's after 9 p.m. too, so your computer's not going to reboot.
Hey, you're right. Oh no, it isn't either. Son of a no, it's not too that it goes out. You're damn straight, and yeah, it's going to do it.
Shit, so you're like 2 hours behind.
Yeah. It's 9:02.
Just 5 minutes.
It just became a party.
Oh shit! Oh no, we can't. I'm out.
Oh, here we're going.
We have sophistication here now.
Hi, gang. Look what we did.
We got some English class here. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing? How you keeping?
I'm doing very well, my good friend.
I don't like that fake accent you have right now, Peter.
Hello, I'm English with an English fake accent.
You do the worst English accent I've ever heard, Peter. Swear to God.
Well,
So
I'm sorry,
terrible.
chap.
It's like you've never even been there.
I don't know what an England is.
What is in England anyway?
What state in the United States is England?
What is this United Kingdom they speak of?
Right.
Is
not
there a
much,
Trump
really.
in this England?
All right.
All the classes here.
Oh, you had to ruin it by bringing Trump into it. Oh, got one left.
No,
I guess it's time for his computer reboot. Yeah,
Yeah, probably good, too.
that's funny. Anyway, oh, there we go.
Don't hit the one with the
He's back. He's back.
We thought your computer rebooted early.
I hit the wrong X. All right.
Don't do that.
No.
Yeah, so, I thought y'all would be in sub for sub rooms or trying to do like 16-hour live chats to try to get those numbers up so you can earn all that YouTube money.
I would, but I just don't care.
See if we can get the
there's no money in
viewership.
it.
I need like was it 281 subscribers and about double what viewership I've got right now in order to make monetization.
Yeah. There's no money in it anyway. I don't know why everybody is so aggravated and working their ass off.
The last time I got a monetization check was through 2.5 years ago, and it was for $100.
Did you guys watch? Did any of you guys watch like PewDiePie or Phil DeFranco and their whole take on everything and how?
I didn't watch their take on it, but
basically like the apocalypse and all that shit that happened last year with like the extremist videos.
Oh,
and
yeah.
shit, and there's not back in the day it used to be like you want money, you want to come on YouTube, make the monetization, sure, we'll make it really easy because there's so many ads to go around. There's ads for everybody. And I guess because now there's so fewer advertisers and stuff, there's not as many ads to go around. And it's
content becomes so
Phil DeFranco actually made a pretty good explanation of everything. And like it sucks, but at the same time, it's like really like because there are so many channels on YouTube, it's they need to have a better standard for monetization just to be able to monitor all that shit and actually monitor it properly. Like it sucks.
That's why we're doing it. That's why they're doing what they're doing. Yeah, it's going to weed out.
It kind of makes sense. Yeah, it sucks. Like myself, I'm at $48. You know, my AdSense account. I'm not near getting my first check or anything, but still.
Damn it!
It was cool to check it every day.
Son of a bitch!
That can be go. Yes.
You beat me by $4.
I was doing good. I'm half your sub count, man. I should be monetized.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something.
Happy meal.
when it comes to YouTube, and I've said this before when I was day trolling or whatever, YouTube is a privilege. Now, YouTube shouldn't be used to try to make money off of YouTube's money. What YouTube should be used for is if you have a business, like for example, I have a photography business. And if I wanted to do some advertising of my own company and my own products, then I can use YouTube and get that out there for people to see whatever I'm doing. That's the proper way to use YouTube now. All these people that are fucking, have their fucking millions of subscribers, good for them. They win. Yay, winners.
It was one at the YouTube game because they've built but I mean, if you're going to have that kind of level of subscribers, and obviously you're making content that's interesting enough to watch to garner that.
And people are watching it, and yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, like fuck,
you got 200 subscribers and you're bitching about how you're not making any money from YouTube, and maybe your content's just not that interesting. And really, when it comes to Beertube, especially, like, it's such a niche item. I'm like, there's a lot of people that watch this stuff that are really passionate about watching it. You just look at like people like Joe, but at the same time, it's an adult, generally male-oriented genre, and it's not a huge. There's not a huge following for beer. I mean, there's a lot of interest in beer.
If I wanted to make money on YouTube, I would review kids' products with my daughter. Is what I would be doing.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's not something I'm really interested in. You know what I mean? I'm interested in doing beer and gaming, whatever, and that's fine. I mean, and if I really, really wanted to get all my subs, I would have.
I could make a lot more money if I were posting like reviews of camera stuff.
Well, one really decent way that I'm not sure if it was PewDiePie or Phil Perfecto, one of the two, said that it'd be nice if they'd implement these changes. But anybody who's already like myself and most of you guys, I'm pretty sure, most that are already monetized, let them keep it, and don't let anybody else new in that doesn't meet that threshold. But now that there's so many less ones happening all the time, now you have the chance to manually look over all these channels and decide. That'd be YouTube being like nice. Like they're not gonna be a dick about it.
It would be nice if, we should be
partners. For us to become partners, and then all of a sudden they say, "Well, no, we're not partners anymore." It's like, wait a second, I held at my end. I'm doing my best. Maybe I'm not getting thousands of subscribers a day or whatever, but there's been I pulled like over 200 subscribers in the last 6 months, more than that, I imagine. I don't know. I'm not that bothered by it. So I'm up and coming. But so I agree with you. Yeah, they need to grandfather the older guys in, the older groups in, and then be critical against the new ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. At the same time, it's not just that. I mean, we're still feeling the effects of the ad apocalypse that happened before. Because when I look at my monetization, like I was on track to make about $100 every 2 years, which doesn't really sound like much. It isn't very much when it comes to the monetization that was attached to my channel. But looking at my analytics over the last year, it was around February, March that everything took a nosedive, where especially the last couple months where I upload a video to YouTube and monetization's turned off because it's not suitable for all viewers. It just, even when it goes live before anybody's even had a chance to watch the damn thing, it's no monetization.
And they were holding
it up the minimum on that video anyway.
They were holding it out for the first 2 days, knowing that that's when you get your most views, the first 2 days. And then after that, when you say, I'd like to be able to have it looked at, although you don't have 1,000 views, it seems crazy that right after that you get your monetization.
Yeah, and usually when it comes to Beertube, you post a lot of videos, and maybe they'll garner like 20, 30 views a piece. But the monetization comes like the viewers come in couple days after that video's gone live. But it's not just that; it's also like traffic. Like the YouTube algorithms, traffic being generated goes towards the channel as well as the ads selected going to it. They changed all those things on the inside, and the right now, like where it used to be, like I'd make like $5-10 a month. I now make pennies, and that's all in the last year. And then now there's the whole thing about the viewership, like not suitable for viewers, and now they've got the gall to go up there and say like, these people are only making $250 a month anyway. Like I am now, fuck, like, fuck's sakes. But really, I mean, is this worth doing for the money? No, we do it because it's a hobby.
No. We do it because we have friends that we're all talking to each other right now.
We're obviously online talking to people that we like or we can stand.
Or we make fun of.
Exactly.
Thanks, guys. I know you're talking about me.
Yeah, you're welcome, Peter.
I'm sure. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. But I'm sure you guys are the same. Even though we make beer reviews, do you really watch beer reviews every day anyway?
No,
As a creator,
I can't. There's too many out there.
no, it just
Too many out there.
it gets a little bit tedious. So I like to just put them in watch later playlists.
I'm gonna quit my job and just watch Beertuber videos for my career.
Yeah. You should
There
do
you go.
commentary.
Yeah, really.
Gonna be a Beertube troll.
I'll do voiceovers. I'll just mute you guys.
Yeah, there's like a
Yeah.
few people out there that'll watch every once in a while, but there's
Yeah.
I don't watch everybody because I physically can't watch everybody. But I have a list of a bunch of friends that'll invite on like Beer Analysis 101 or the Post Analysis Hangouts, or I'll hang out on like Chad's whenever Chad has a BDU going, or like impromptu hangouts like tonight.
Yeah, and see that's thing. It's like the videos anyway. They're not like, unless you're doing like a hyped beer on the day of its release. That doesn't really matter because a video upload can be watched like fucking 10 years down the line because that product is still available. So I don't know.
Lee's comment there. Can't bother watching beer reviews. Too many beer tubers in them. It's true.
Very true. Yeah.
I agree. I agree with Jason's statement. I guess we should just be happy to have a place to upload videos for free. Don't need to pay for hosting. No, we don't.
For now.
Yeah.
You wait.
Definitely.
You wait. You'll have to
that'd be
pay for uploading shit if you're not a partner. You watch. That's gonna happen.
Well, I hope not. The main
See,
thing that really bugs
that's
me
maybe
is
bullshit.
that I hope that we don't lose when we lose partnership is being able to use our own thumbnails on videos.
Yeah.
That'll change the dynamic about how Beertube works. I like being able to upload a little picture and go alongside my video so that it doesn't look as generic.
Okay, that's fair. They do a pretty good job of picking out the right one anyway. I agree with what you're saying, but I mean, all in all, they do a pretty good job of picking out a decent shot, and they give you option of 3 different ones. So that's fair.
The option of 3 different ones. It used to be like they'll have one directly in the middle of the video, directly at the a couple minutes into the first, like a couple seconds into the first start, and a couple of seconds from the end. But I'd rather have like, especially on my videos, where I'll upload a picture of the beer or something, or like with Beer Analysis 101 for a while there, Chris was actually making a thumbnail for the channel. He hasn't done it in a while.
No.
Hint,
Well,
hint.
that's Redbeard's. His are always that picture. They always.
Well, yeah, especially Red Beer.
My thumbnails have actually changed a lot over. It used to just be like me holding the can up to the camera, and then I started like actually having the picture of like the can or the bottle and the glass of it, and then more recently I've been doing that. Yeah,
I like that one. Right, you're excited about what you got.
It works. It works. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, you're excited about what you
and the way I do it, like before, I'd have to like stop, pull out my camera, take the picture, and do it. And now I literally sit there for about 5 seconds.
Well, it makes you look like an in-your-face beer reviewer, which you kind of are.
And again, now for my thumbnail, all I have to do is get a screen capture of that. I pause it, screen capture, thumbnail.
That's what I do with mine too.
No phone required now.
Yeah, exactly.
After I do my videos, I'll take a screenshot of where I have my, the like thing and the subscribe and on the 10th part right at the very end, and then I'll take a snapshot of that, bring that into Photoshop just to add.
One of the things that pisses me off the most about Greg's beer reviews is he has got so many views and subscribers and shit that he gets, and his thumbnails are like him being like, or like.
There's rumors that he's bought most of his subscribers, so
I've heard that, but he still gets a very decent number of views on the daily, right? On the on his uploads, like
on the daily.
Maybe they're all.
I was gonna say on the daily. I don't know. I say weird things sometimes. Sorry.
So, Chris, what camera are you using? You look like a part of a TV program or something. You have a badass camera that you're using.
That's because I'm a goddamn professional. I'm just kidding.
Well, son of a bitch.
I'm a motherfucking pro, bitch.
I'm a motherfucking pro. I'm just using my Nikon. I got a program that allows me to use my DSLR
Sparkle cam or something.
No, it looks like something cut out of a TV. Yours looks totally different than everybody else's.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's got a program that allows him to record.
But I'm sorry, Nick.
Oh, I was just going to say that he's got a camera that allows him to record the video output from his DSLR right into his computer and use it as a webcam.
Yep.
Nice. And that looks good.
HDMI right into my laptop on this one anyway.
Yeah. See, I would do it, but because I'm a stupid Mac owner. Watching me easy solution is like do.
I try it, but I use Sony cameras instead of Nikon, so there's no software for it.
No, so, Sparkle. Yeah, I don't think Sparkle can.
I don't think Sparkle can't do Sony. They should, because Sony's actual growing in their user base.
Yeah, it does too. It does the Canon and Nikon cameras right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do a bit more.
For the last little while, Sony's actually been outselling Nikon. So.
Mine's a Canon 600D. So it's an older model.
Is a 600D?
600D.
What's that? I think that's a Rebel T3 or T4i or something.
Yeah. And it's a Kiss XS in Japan.
Kiss XS. Yeah. Kiss ass.
Kiss ass.
I've got a.
But yeah.
This one's an A6000, Sony A6000. My other camera's an A7 II. Full frame.
Very nice. I want to get lens adapters so I can buy like really cheap but well made.
Yeah.
Like lenses from older cameras.
Oh, like the vintage lenses?
Yeah.
You can do that. I think it's quite easy with Canon. Like there's adapters you can get to now with that old Minolta lenses.
Because you see so many like really good old lenses in like thrift stores being sold for way under what you'd pay online. Yeah.
Yeah, people probably don't realize what they have, you know. I don't know that much about it, but yeah, probably don't realize what they have.
Yeah, like stuff like this. I got a little Pentax ME sitting on my desk. It's got a 51.7 on it and a 28 mil. But I think this whole kit I got for $25.
What?
Yeah. Like I collect old cameras, so I got a whole stash of like 25 of these things here up on a shelf.
Wow.
That's because you develop your own shit, your own film.
Yeah, actually, I do. I haven't done it in a while, but I got to get back in the swing of things. The results are always interesting, and it's something you make yourself.
Mm-hmm. Do you have your own like purpose-built dark room for that, or do you just?
There's a way of doing it where you can use you can do it with just like developing in your own bathroom, basically. I don't have like a dark room with an enlarger or anything, but I've got what looks like an inverted T-shirt that's sewn up at all ends and has a zipper where you can put your arms into this big dark bag, and then you can load the film out of the film canister and into the developing tank, and then this light sealed developing tank you don't have to be in the dark in order to pour the chemicals in and out. So you can just do the thinner developing process. After that, you wash the negatives, you hang them up to dry, and then use a film scanner like the one I got on my desk here to scan the negatives in, and then put them on your computer. So it's pretty much a pretty straight process, and you can do it without a dark room.
Awesome. I thought brewing beer was difficult. That sounds complex.
It's not as hard as brewing beer, that's for sure. I'd love to try brewing beer. I just don't have the gear for it. I'd love to. Right. I always found it fun. I'd love to like learn how to do it properly, or at all. I drank enough of it over the years.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know what flavors I want. That's about it.
Yeah, I know what's a good flavor. I know when you take a style, what makes a beer in that style great, or what styles are. But when it comes to actually brewing a beer specifically to make it that great with that style without getting brewing errors or off flavors or something, it's a whole thing I don't understand. Like how I know how to criticize people for making beers that are not quite up to par, but I don't know how to make a beer that's past exceptional myself. Usually that kind of stuff comes down to who's a genius at making a beer or not.
Right. Yeah, it's practice. It's like anything else. Yeah, it's just a matter of doing it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Just cleanliness is, I guess, the biggest thing.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard. You don't want to introduce like off yeast or residue into a beer. It's almost like watching Walter White in Breaking Bad. He's just like, have some decency. You have to have a clean lab.
Yep.
Except you're brewing beer.
Well, it can't be too hard. I brew outside. It can't be too hard. I brew outside.
Wild yeast.
That wild yeast. So yeah, that red ale turned out more like a lambic.
Yeah, drunken one brews outside in the snow in Texas.
Well, you know, right? Yeah, it was snowing just last week. You know, it actually was. Yeah, it was something.
Make a fantastic Kolsch.
There you go. Well, those farmhouse ales, right?
Did you guys all see that Albino Rhino and I went to Cayman Kettle and brewed a beer together?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
Well,
it's gonna.
you were talking about it last night on your channel.
Yeah, I recorded so many videos. I have to piece them all together and do like a brew day vlog kind of thing. But we made an Irish red ale, but added a bunch of really kind of juicy hops to it to make it like a fruity, juicy red ale. And it's going to be called the Rhino's Redbeard.
Oh,
Which I thought was pretty cool. Well,
did Maple Risky chip in on that one?
No, he had to leave Tuesday, and we did it on Wednesday.
Okay,
so.
now it makes sense.
But he only lives an hour and a half away from down there, whereas I live almost 5 hours away, so he can go back down and do it with no problem. But at the Cayman Kettle, though, as I'm sure, Chris, you've been there.
Oh yeah, many.
Yeah,
I've been there too. So
okay, but their draft tap thing, the I guess it's Don is his name, or Ron, the one founder co-owner guy. His daughter comes in and does all the like illustrations on their chalkboard.
Oh yeah, the chalkboard behind the bar. Yeah.
Oh my God, man! Like it's not a chalkboard. Every single thing is seriously a small work of art. Like the pictures that she draws with chalk. I sat there and like Dave is going off, telling me, and I'm just looking at these pictures, being like, "Are you serious?" And she just comes in and wipes it all off and starts again. It's like it hurts. It hurts me. It was amazing.
She's talented.
Yeah.
Good night to you, Terry. Good night. Sweet dreams.
Hey, Terry. Sorry. I'm kind of half looking over
Seriously,
here.
an awesome person. Fantastic person.
She seems all right. I'm looking for, what night did we go to the Cayman Kettle? I think it was the first night that I was there. I'm wondering if I can find if I took a picture of the board, which I must have.
No, you know when it was? It wasn't the first night you were there. I think it was the second night because we got stuck at the bridge on the way there.
Ah, there we go. Let's see.
The funny thing is, like, what that did for me, going there and brewing that beer at the Cayman Kettle, like, as opposed to going somewhere, a bigger brewery and brewing a beer, the fact we brewed it there.
There we go.
That was the first time that, like, there you go.
There you go. That's a look at the Cayman Kettle. This is some of my shots from
yeah, man. Like, everything is a work of art. It's
Cayman Kettle.
Crazy. That's awesome, dude. Nice.
Anyway, yeah. So,
but yeah, like I was saying, being there, brewing that beer, I am getting into home brewing now. Like I've watched Drunken One and stuff and been like, but I've never done it before. I never brewed beer before, and now I understand. Now I kind of get it. And like the Cayman Kettle is literally a small, slightly amped up homebrew place. Like they use those big. What the hell's the name for that god? It's a wine carboy, but I don't want
Demijohn.
Demijohn.
Yeah,
I've heard that word 8,000 times in the last week, and I cannot remember that name. Demijohn.
Mm-hmm.
Stay in my head. But yeah,
did y'all do a full grain, or was it extract? Was it liquid?
No,
or malt?
we took the grain. We picked a bunch of different grains, put them all into the thing, mashed them all, crushed them all up, and then did that, and like brewed beer. It was so cool, man.
If you didn't find that intimidating, then you will have no problem being a home brewer, because that's the hardest part. That's the hardest style.
So much fun, honestly, man. It was fun. It was a great time, and I don't know if you have it, Drunken One, but there's a computer program called Beersmith.
I've heard of it. I don't use it. Yeah,
it's Stain over at Hammond River Brewing Company uses that.
It's amazing. Like it even like you put in like what you want to put in and this and that and your ingredients and stuff. And it like puts it together and shows there's like a picture on the side, and it shows you basically what your finished beer is going to look like color wise and stuff. And like,
cool.
And it's just a way to like for saving all your past recipes and shit. And I would recommend you kind of check it out, Drunken One, because you do a lot of home brewing and just a way to. Like, I'm sure you got binders and shit or something like that. I'm not sure how you keep track of your recipes, but
I do. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, that would be something to check out, and maybe you could get become a bit more efficient or something. I don't know, just get a bit more out of your home brew.
I get it. Yeah, I try not to make it too nerdy, but no, that is a great idea. It gives you all the numbers you need to know, and you'll know what to expect, and that can help you with water chemistry and things like that. I try not to nerd it out too much, but yeah, that might be something I'll look into in the future.
It was really cool to see, man. Like I'd never heard of it before, and anything, and he's just like, it does this and this and this, and it's amazing. It's also really good. It's like all these like charts and stuff. If you're the beer we wanted to make, they didn't have one of the malts, I think, and the yeast as well. They didn't have, and it's like going here, and it's like this malt is basically the same as this one. All these other ones you can substitute and stuff, and it's really cool. I had a great. That
would be something to know.
I had a fantastic time.
Yeah, right there. Awesome. Sounds like a lot of fun. I don't guess I had seen that one. I have to go back and it's on your channel.
It's not the brewing vlog isn't out yet. No.
Oh, okay. You're still putting it together.
I took a bunch of videos. I'm not even sure when it'll come out. It's probably going to be like the day before I get the actual beer or something in a couple of weeks. But yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, sounds well.
Chad said he's going to send me a crowler of it when it's ready, so I'm excited for that.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I need more beer.
What are you up to, Chris?
Well, I'm just watching the YouTubes, watching the chat down here. Looks like Toronto beat the Senators 4-3, according to Jace.
How did the Habs do against Boston? Ooh, yeah. No, let's not talk about that.
Oh.
Yeah, not surprised. They played them like 3 times in the last 2 weeks, and they lost all 3.
Well, yikes.
But Montreal's not making the playoffs this year for sure, so it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's only sports.
yeah.
Well,
you guys
they'll have a team shake-up. They'll get rid of Packers already and get somebody else.
So anyway, I did ask Peter a while ago, what were you drinking, Peter? I didn't see it.
I'm currently drinking a McKellar beer.
I want to try a McKellar beer.
You should do what you can to get a McKellar beer. One of my favorite breweries right now. But this is it's a festive ale from Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And it's basically a Baltic porter with loads of different spices in it. And it's called, you might be able to see it on my camera because it's a bit pixelated, but Two from McKellar. So the idea is you give it as a gift.
Give it as a gift.
Randomly, you just said it's a brewery. Was it? It wasn't always a brewery. Wasn't he a vagabond brewer or some weird shit like that for a long time? This McKellar guy.
I think he pretty much is because he has those different beers just brewed all over the world. I think.
Yeah, that's like I want to say Simon from Real Ale Craft Beer was talking about it, and he's like he called him a vagabond brewer. He goes places, uses their stuff, makes his beer, and then sells it like in collaboration with that brewery kind of thing. It's a really kind of cool way to do it, and from what I've seen, like the beers he makes, he's kind of a hyped up kind of guy, but worth the hype from what I've heard. I would like to try one of his beers someday.
I mean, I've yet to try a bad one because I only really started drinking this stuff early last year because I just never was able to get hold of it because I was in Germany. But the ones that I've had, all of them have just been like 7 pluses. They're always beers that I would drink again and again. But
one of the reasons I want to have it is
I could have sworn I had more than one McKellar, but the only one I know I had was the I Hardcore You collab with Brewdog.
Oh, Brewdog, yeah.
I lived in a small town called McKellar growing up, which kind of makes me want to try it even more. So,
well, there you go. But yeah, you should definitely do what you can to pick them up.
Looking at Jace's comment, I'd like to see Montreal do a rebuild like Toronto did. I don't think they should get rid of Price. I think whatever the winning team they have is going to have him on it. Weber is going to be hard to deal with if he gets back up to shape. I think that was a bad move to get rid of him versus Subban. But other than that, I think maybe keep Mete, and that's it. Clear the whole fucking bench.
Clear the whole bench, huh?
It's a good tactic.
Anyway, sports. Yeah,
Spurt.
I don't really do anything. I pretty much have nothing to do with sports, so I just kind of bow into this part of the conversation.
I'm drinking the award-winning 8% multi-beverage they call Red's Wicked Blood Orange
Red's Pickle.
Concoction. I got 3 kegs of brew in my kegerator, but not that I'm getting tired of them. But I was just ready for something different. I went to the store to get me a can of smokeless.
What's the blood orange character like in that?
Big cans, baby. That's why I like my girls. Big cans.
Big cans.
Oh wait.
I just cracked open a can of Skull Rock Stout by Sleeping Giant Brewing Company.
Nice.
Sounds much better than what I got.
It's pretty.
I've heard of that brewery, but I've never had anything from them.
They're Thunder Bay. I'm pretty sure. Like they're north.
Yeah, Thunder Bay.
So north.
Speaking of
good.
stouts, I'm drinking a Nickelbrook Cheeky Bastard Stout.
Oh yeah, Cheeky Bastard.
You're drinking a half bastard stout. Is what you're drinking. It's the exact same beer.
I'm drinking something that's going to be a drain pour, I think.
Yeah.
The flavors are just going to be absolutely fantastic.
Really, as much as I like the Gahan Brewery, Gahan's, oh man, they don't make this with any pumpkin at all. It's just like a nail with spices. And,
right. Yeah, that's either a feast or famine there. Either that's going to be really good or really crappy, one or the other.
But they didn't hit. I can see something like maybe this old, like being from the fall with pumpkin in it, maybe starting to turn. There's no pumpkin at all in this, but at the same time, it's just fucking spices.
Yeah, boring.
Yeah.
Oh,
I tell you what, my favorite pumpkin beer is, and it's Canadian one. It's the Steamworks Pumpkin Ale. That's a good one.
Steamworks randomly sent me some beer a long time ago. It was very random. I haven't had beer man in a long time. I'm sad.
Yeah, I need to get some of that beer man.
Oh, that's from Burnaby, BC. Oh, yes, yeah. I think I have had their pumpkin beer, and it wasn't bad.
That was a good one. You actually tasted the pumpkin, not just like earthy, dulled down root vegetable flavor.
The Saint Amboise was my favorite.
Saint Amboise was my favorite, yeah.
Saint Amboise is a damn good pumpkin ale. I want a Big Rig's Tales from the Patch pumpkin porter is up there for me too. It is liquefied pumpkin pie. It's really nice.
That sounds glorious.
Sounds okay.
Definitely Saint Ambrose for me. Saint Ambrose pumpkin for me is the best.
Have you had the Big Rig one?
Yep, I have. That wasn't a huge
fan. Oh, really?
What? Had a what?
Have you had the Big Rig one?
No, not Big Rig. I don't think I've even had anything from Big Rig.
Nothing, really? Wow. Whereabouts are you actually?
I'm in New Brunswick, St. John, New Brunswick.
Okay, yeah, you said that a while ago. Sorry. So you're the other side of where I am from them, but you'd think something would make its way there. They're in Ottawa. They're in Ottawa, and they're
on the other side, but he's on the other side of the country.
They're a decent size like craft brewery. Like they've got at least 2 different brew pub kind of things in Ottawa. So
yeah, I'm in between Quebec and Nova Scotia.
Okay.
Maritimes.
So yeah, I don't know. Weird. You're making me actually feel kind of special because I don't get a lot of beers here, but I feel like maybe I got more than you do.
You're Bethuel, all right. You're Bethuel.
Bethuel.
Well, I knew that. I'm super special. I'm the most special guy ever.
Well, I don't see any of those beers you're talking about down here. Just for a
Jay's had the rain pour his Skull Rock Stout. That's sad. What do I got in mind? This was October 24th of last year. So October, November, December, almost 3. It's not terrible. It's still it's still quite drinkable. Like I don't know how old yours was, but he says it smelled like rubbing alcohol. Mine's okay.
So like an IPA, if an IPA is 3 months old, is that considered old and unworthy, or is that still kind of on the verge of, or?
It depends on the hoppiness and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like I've had an IPA that's a month old, as opposed to like I've had an IPA that's like a few days old from some places.
I mean that's totally.
And then like even like a month and a half on, like the flavor profile, it's crazy how fast some hop flavors just not jump off the edge, man. It's nuts.
Okay.
But again, that's why I like to see a brewed on date on the beer as opposed to a best before date, because 99% of the time when it says best before, it's just on there so that people will let it sit on the shelf that bit longer before throwing it away, kind of thing, if they would sell it.
I don't know if y'all have ever seen this or tried it and you thought it was ass or whatever, but this particular
that's
IPA
a cool label.
I've heard good things about it listing.
It's an 8.2.
Oh.
But its date on it was the 13th of November, and it still I thought was all right.
An Imperial IPA should be a bit more kind of like I find they're generally a lot less of the juicy hop flavor in Imperial IPA. It's just the more of the hoppy bitterness they go for, and like a big malty backbone generally, so they can age a bit more. Like an Imperial IPA, 3 months, I'd say that's probably fine.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. Yeah,
I'm gonna try that now. That looks really good.
To be honest, I don't think I've really had a bad IPA at the 3 month mark. The hoppiness, I've never had like a malt bomb when there's been an out of date IPA. But again, it all depends on how aggressive the hop.
I had a red recent
agree, like,
malt bomb.
3 months, you're not gonna get a malt bomb, but at 3 months with some IPAs, you're gonna get a lot less of that. Awesome hop flavor. That
you're going to have some hops. If they use the blend of hops, some of the hops are going to fade faster than others, and it's going to change the flavor of the overall beer.
Yeah,
probably not for the best. But if you get an IPA that's old enough, then, like I say, if you have a year out of date IPA, then it's going to taste closer to like a strong American.
I did a live review. The first one I ever did, I think, was the Spring by Highlander, and it was an IPA. It was $20 a bottle, which the most I'd ever spent at that point for a bottle. I think I spend a bit more now, but
I'd never spend that much on an IPA.
It was an IPA that they purposely aged, so it would taste more along the lines of like what people say IPAs tasted like back when they were originally brewed to survive the long voyage across the ocean and stuff. Right. And it wasn't an IPA anymore. It was not an IPA anymore. I drank it and it was good. But it was not. It was malty.
They brewed a lot of hops to make the 6 month voyage to India or whatever it was.
Yeah, but like it was. But me, it was like $20. Definitely would not buy again. Period. No. At that price point, it was crazy.
Well, I think the thing was it was intentionally done that way to where it wasn't the juice bomb like you would think of, but it was more like what was represented back in the day.
No, I agree with that, but at the same time,
weren't for flavor; they were for longevity.
Didn't but because of the way people drink IPAs now, I got nothing. Like there was no hint. It was completely not an IPA anymore. Basically, It still was, but it wasn't anymore. It was so different. Weird.
Yeah.
I think the modern interpretation of an IPA, you don't really want to drink it like aged like that. Like there was one beer that I had. It was a few years ago. I think it was like 5 years ago now. Was it Bose had made a version of Screaming Beaver, but they aged it in barrels. I can't remember what barrels they used, but at that point the hops had muted so much that it really was a different kind of beer, and it wasn't as good. And that's my whole take on like barrel aging an IPA. It's not a good idea to do that because the hops are made.
Yeah, it's an oxymoron there, right?
Yeah. Okay. No,
the darkest white. I mean, what?
The fact you guys brought this up is hilarious. I just realized I went to Barnstormer on my way back, and this is a barrel. This cellared since February 2nd, 2015.
Holy shit!
In bourbon barrel aged, their Flight Delay IPA.
Oh.
This is a bourbon barrel aged flight. So
it's not going to be what you're looking for then, but if you're looking for that hot bomb, then that's not going to be the one.
I'd expect like a strong, almost maybe not like sweet like a barley wine, but like a strong ale with a lot of resin.
Yeah,
these are pricey.
A lot of leftover vanilla.
I went there. I bought 3 beers, and it was like at least $20 for the 3 beers I bought.
Yeah,
all 3 beers are like some special series shit.
I think you should totally drink that beer
right now.
I'm not right now. Fuck that, man. Fuck that.
Nah, that's one of his review beers that he's going to frown on when he drinks it.
I don't know. Now you're up.
He's got to at least make a few
You
cents
should
back
totally,
on
you
that
should
video.
totally review it right now, and then
Make a few cents on that on the YouTube money.
yeah,
Come on. You
get it while you
can
get
do that,
YouTube money while you still can.
right? And you can do that whole and the beer for the day. Red beer.
I will not be pressured.
Live
Have another beer.
review.
We'll talk into it.
Live review. Live review.
Live review.
Live
Right? Review.
Jesus Christ.
It's hard to sing together when we're all over the world here.
Good times. Good times.
Can't as one.
Holy shit! I've made $1.61 in the last month.
Ooh.
I know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh,
I don't know
you-
what's
what
going
do
to
you
happen.
do
with
with
$40
that
money?
I've
Take it
made in the
away.
last 2 years.
I'm kind of curious what's going to happen.
Head.
I'm kind of curious what's going to happen because they're saying that when the monetization ends thing, that they're going to pay out people's
I
AdSense
saw
revenue
that.
as per AdSense policies, which means that it's probably going to wait till whatever it goes up to 100, which means they'll never get it. That's one thing I worry about.
Oh, you think it's going to happen that way?
You imagine?
Yeah.
You imagine how much money YouTube has to pay out if they're going to pay out everyone's AdSense owing? It's going to be a
Well, it's
mess.
going to be less
Yeah,
than
but
100.
It's all stuff. It's all pennies, but it's been
It
put
all,
into
it all
people's
adds up. It all
accounts.
adds up.
Yeah,
But at the same time, it would cost them a lot. But at the same time, like really, YouTube, you've got some money in the bank right now. You'll be okay. You'll be
Yeah, it's
fine.
$1 billion
Yeah, but
company.
Like I said,
the whole thing.
I really hope they do. Like that. I don't think it's going to happen. But the way they should do it, and the way, like I was saying, it would be the best, the least dick in your fucking ear kind of way to do it.
The whole thing is a dick in your ear thing.
Grandfather the people that are already monetized in, and then go over all those channels and review them and decide for each one. And then you've only, because now the new guidelines they put in place, they're not going to be getting like they're with only 10,000 views being like the threshold. They were getting probably like thousands of new channels being monetized every goddamn day because there's so much.
right.
YouTube's fucking huge.
Yeah.
So now it would go down to like 100, maybe a couple hundred.
When the ads are advertised on your video, the money is paid by the advertiser to Google, and that ad money is going into your account because the ad money was given to Google and then it was deposited in your account, and that money is actually like yours. It's not doesn't go through. But at the same time, that money isn't in Google's bank account, but it's sitting in your AdSense account, waiting to be paid out eventually when it reaches a certain threshold to be paid out.
Yeah.
But with nothing coming into that, it's not going to come out. But it's Google. Is it really Google's money to pay out? Well, no, not really, because it's something that's sitting in your kind of like your bank account almost, but you can't withdraw until it's $100.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I can understand them not paying to $100. That makes sense. That way, they're not sending out $44 every other week or something like that. What I seen when I read that thing, and you go back through and look at it yourself, it said almost back-to-back sentences. One said 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours. The other one said 1,000 subs or 4,000 hours. So now, which one do we believe in?
It's it's definitely and 100%
I'm pretty sure it's and.
It's
Yeah.
and.
Well, I would imagine because that's the hardest.
Paid by Bitcoin anyway, so it's all good.
The 4,000 hours is pretty huge. That's like 100. That's like
I'm cashing in my
166
Bitcoin
days
now. Forget it.
or something.
Yeah.
I currently
Just
have like
give
6
them the
days.
pay on
That's
cryptocurrency.
5.5 months worth of somebody, just one person watching your stuff. You know, is 4,000 hours, or that's the equivalent of 44 people watching your. Maybe I did the first part wrong. That's the equivalent of 44 people watching your 15-minute video every day of the
What
It's
the
from
fuck
cat
are
hair.
you doing?
Oh, I'll be right back.
Oh,
I'll be right
guess
back.
who,
I'm gonna leave Chris in charge. I'll be right
guess who uploaded a video of a review of CBS?
Anybody want to do any live
Joe.
porn on Nick's channel? Live porn.
back.
Anyone?
Chicken
I
brown
don't know,
cow.
you've already put the pussy on camera, so might as well take to the next step.
back. Should I take away your command here, there, Chris?
I was only kidding. It's not like you're going to be
They got the
monetized anyway.
headphones on.
I'm not monetized anyway. What the fuck?
Yeah, right. Why bother?
You would probably literally make more money on your beer reviews uploading them to a place like Pornhub, just for the sheer
That'd be
trolling
hilarious.
level.
Quality. Depends on how
See,
you drink.
someone should do that.
You know, if
Just the same videos
you know
on
what?
porn. It'd be genius.
I could do it, but I'd have to like I wouldn't do it because I'd be like I have no self-confidence in any way. But it'd be funny. Like I could do it myself, but I'd have to like put like a Mexican wrestling mask or something, like cover your face, but sit there literally fucking butt naked and review a beer on Pornhub. That would actually be pretty funny to see somebody do that.
Yeah.
Build like a following the naked beer guy or something. That'd be
naked beer guy or flaccid beer reviews or something.
Nice.
You've thought this too, haven't you, Peter?
I've done more than think it through.
He's got a
If
whole
anybody wants a link, I'm capitalizing on that porn.
You know what's funny? You know
What
what?
do you think he was doing before he joined the chat?
You know what I could do? If I covered myself up and just like all you saw was I could still call myself Redbeard.
Oh shit! Right? Gotta capitalize on that beard.
The other beard.
Wow, that's a terrible meta picture. That's a terrible meta picture. Quit it.
It's a ginger thing, man. All the hair becomes red, except for some reason, like my chest hair is actually like darker, and even my eyebrows are like dark brown.
Oh no, I was once red-headed, few-headed, but no, my curlies are still red as they were. I don't know what's up with that. They're still curly and red. I don't know what's up with that.
That's awesome.
Are they not Redbeard? If you're true ginger, then yeah, I'm sure your other shit's glow in the dark.
All the viewers that are watching, I apologize for the
Now that we know too much about each other.
Tell us about your curlies.
Hey, you were in charge.
I am in charge. Right now.
Jay says Oreo's in charge. Oreo's not doing anything right now. He's just laying there. He's right here. He just look at how in charge Oreo is right now. Woo! That's him. Look at that. Look.
That's control right there.
This Chad's dogs need to take Oreo needs to be a teacher for Chad's dogs for a while because oh my god, man, Chad's dogs are great dogs. They're great dogs. Again, they're puppies. They're great dogs, but like Boris just never, ever, ever, ever stops. It's insane.
Nope.
They're so always on the go, and like he's got the hardwood floor, and they're big dogs, so he's got the big bones to chew on and stuff, and they walk around, and they'll be like a couple feet off the ground, and just drop it on the ground. Lots of random noise all the time.
During reviews,
I don't know if I could handle having big dogs like that. Like if I had for me growing up, I lived like in the country, so we had a big dog. Sure, then go play in the fields and stuff. Like being in the city where Chad is with two big dogs, that I wouldn't. I'm more good with like a little dog in the city kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just me. I'm not.
Outside.
Again, nothing against his dogs. They're great dogs. They're nice dogs. They're big and they're in a small house and they've got a lot of unspent energy, I guess you could say, almost.
They're a lot to handle, that's for sure.
Oh, I can imagine.
Whereas again, like Oreo is the most well-behaved, easy to take care of dog in the history of the world.
How old is your dog, Redbeard?
Oreo's got to be a good 7 or 8 now.
So another 7 years.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
One thing. Pets suck for that, man. Like Louis C.K. did a great bit on that. And he's like, "Here, I got you." Being the father, like, here, kids, I bought you a pet. I brought us all being sad in like 7, 8, 10 years, kind of thing. Like it's.
Well, you can't look at it that way. I mean, you're right.
You're not supposed to, but it is a thing. Like you got a pet and you love it for so long, but eventually you're gonna have to. You're all this love for eventual sadness. It's gonna happen regardless of what pet you get.
Right. They become a family member. The good thing with smaller dogs, they tend to live longer. The bigger the breed, generally, the less they live. But what's cool about Oreo is he'll never be able to wag things off the table.
This is true. Chad's one dog, Brutus, is a boxer, so no tail. But Helga,
it's Boris, but close enough.
Boris, sorry, they're both kind of the same. But Helga has got a giant tail that just sweeps things off tables. And actually, Jace, I also agree with you. Complete silence, darkness, and not a cold bed, but like not a hot bed. You know, not nice, like cool. I know what you mean, but I agree. Like, I was almost going to stay at Chad's until Friday, but I ended up having to. My boss texted me, or not texted me, but sent me a message saying he had some extra work I needed to do, or he wanted me to do, and so I came back, and it was actually great because I slept there Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and grand total of maybe like 6 hours of sleep was achieved. Because like just nice. Like the random, like, and again, like Chad lives right on a busy street. So like even the sound of like the car going by on the street occasionally.
Hey, Nick,
I don't have that
tonight or what?
What's that now?
Oh, Nick's unloading all the bottles now. He's ready to go. He's ready to party.
Yeah, I'll sit down and drink a 6-pack.
Ooh. Brutus the Barber fucking beefcake
first.
Uh-oh. Bye-bye, pumpkin.
Yeah.
He is pitching it?
Seen that
I've only done one drain pour on my channel. It was so bad.
I was out with my buddy today. He goes, you know what? Next time you don't like a beer, he wants me to drain pour one on camera. I'm like, all right, no big deal.
Okay.
It's been a while since when I have a really, really bad bottle of beer, I'd smash the bottle on camera. It's been a while since I have one that bad. Someday it'll happen again.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Yeah, it has to happen again.
It's the law of averages. I mean, you try so many different beers with so many different names, and
yeah,
it's inevitable. Yeah, it's inevitable.
Smash it really
Jason
good.
in the comment says he lives in a busy street too. Yes, so do I. My apartment building is right beside a plaza, so I've got.
You're up high enough that the noise shouldn't really get to you that bad.
Oh no, it gets to you when you have a plaza next to you and there's
oh really? Wow.
Snow plows going by and in the middle of the night, all you're hearing is beep beep beep.
Reverse sound. Yeah.
Well, they're building a hospice kind of off a little bit, not like a couple 100 meters, I guess, away, or a couple more 100 feet from where I am, and when they were doing the ground clearing stuff, I would wake up to literally the building I'm in shaking. Like this building has an incredible amount of flex to it. I'll be sitting here like watching TV during the day, and all of a sudden, it's like this. I'm literally going like that, and the whole building is just like things have fallen off my shelves and shit.
Wow,
it was crazy. I think they're finally done with that, but I'm actually lucky generally, aside from the construction. I lived on a dead-end street, down another dead-end street, and another dead-end street.
Huh?
There you go.
There's a dead-end street, and just before that street ends,
I can't see it.
There's a
It's Unibrew.
Oh, nice.
That's a fancy-looking bottle.
But like, basically what I'm saying is like my street is incredibly low traffic because like dead-end street, dead-end street, dead-end street. So there's nobody comes down here unless they have to. It's awesome. Yeah. I love this place.
That's kind of like here. Yeah, I mean, there's a few more houses past me, but it is a dead end street. So usually, if somebody's flying down the road, it's the neighbors that live not too far away. But yeah, oh no, there's no through traffic. You don't hear any sirens or anything weird like that. It's generally pretty quiet. And not to mention, I'm quite a ways from the road, so I don't hear it so much.
Nice.
It's nice. Yeah, it's quiet. I'm digging it. I like it.
It's funny because growing up,
what you got going? It's the Unibor Tria what?
Unibrew.
Okay.
Unibrew. Trois pistons.
Trois pistons.
Three guns. Three guns.
Three pistols. And
three pistols. Yeah.
It's
that'd be
named after a small town in Quebec.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
but
it's definitely not Spanish.
It's what do they call it? It's a Belgian, like not a quad, but Belgian strong dark, like a Chimay, except for it's from brewery in Quebec.
Like Chimay Rouge?
No, more like Chimay Bleu.
I haven't had blue. I've only had Rouge. I had it with Marcel long ago.
Yeah.
It was.
good.
I was
good, but it's more of a double. This is more of the quad kind of thing.
Mine, I'm pretty sure I accidentally kind of just left it. It was one of those ones that was in the fridge for like since I kind of started my channel almost. One of the first random beers. I was like, it's good. It was at least a year and a half old aged, and it honestly was delicious. I really, really enjoyed it, which was surprising.
Yeah, that's bad.
Usually anything Belgian just
it's like
Belgian yeast flavor is my kryptonite, basically. Can't handle it. Can't do it. I'm still trying. Because IPAs. When I first started my channel, I hated everything. And then like I'm drinking a stout now. I couldn't do that before. IPAs couldn't do that before. My palate has made a huge evolutionary leap kind of thing since me starting this channel. Pretty cool.
Well, your palate changes, right? So
yeah.
You're gonna go through a spur where you're not going to be able to drink the stouts anymore. It'll happen.
You burn in hell.
Yes, that's not true.
Yeah, that's not true.
Yeah.
When I first started
Max
Maxwell Star Beer Review back in 2011, I didn't like IPAs. I hated how bitter they were. I didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long into the run of the show where I started to really love them, and by the next year, like the first year after him, I was reviewing them like crazy. Like IPA is probably the most reviewed style of my channel. Your palate
randomly like Jason's comment. Sorry. Hashtag fuck Marcel.
Do that.
That's hilarious. I think somebody commented on one of my. I think it was him, and he's like, "Why is Marcel never on these live hangouts? Is he too good for us?" And like, he has a kid and a girlfriend, so he's got more of a life than I do. But he's got a laptop. He could be part of one of these sometime. The one time he was supposed to come over here, and he was going to be over there at my laptop, and I was going to be here, and we were going to both be in the live chat at the same time. But he ended up bringing another person with him, I think, and we all just ended up playing board games and getting drunk or something.
I wonder why we haven't had Gear Radar join, on one of their drunken rampages through the city of Ottawa. They've done it before in BDU.
Have any of you guys had anything from Dieu du Ciel?
Yeah, I've had many of their beers. That's one of Marcel's favorite breweries. Randomly, hello, Awkward Victoria.
Hi, Victoria. Thanks for watching. I've actually got a bottle.
YouTuber. Check her out. Do it.
I've actually got a bottle of Péché Mortel and Aphrodisiac sitting out back.
Okay. Because I had one of their beers in the UK 3 years ago now called the Disco Soleil.
Disco Soleil?
Disco Soleil, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my French isn't
but I've heard of
scratch.
Well, British and all.
Yeah, exactly. Ignorant.
You're closer to France than I am. What's your problem?
Yeah, well, we don't have anything to do with France, so.
Oh, I see. Awkward Victoria's a gamer, eh? That's all right.
Nice. Does some good live streams.
She has a bunch of like vloggy type stuff, all kinds of.
And some cool taste tests.
Okay, yeah, I've seen the label for Disco Soleil before, but I've never had it.
Yeah.
She started doing beer videos because of me, so I influenced a channel that has like 10 times my subscribers. It makes me feel pretty special. But more beer. More beer. Beer. Beer.
Whoa.
Holy fuck. Does he like take
right?
he takes a couple of speed pills for every time he joins a chat, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You would think so.
Jeez, man.
Nice job, Chris.
Like, dude's got a lot of energy, like hyperactive. Which, by the way, I'm totally not.
I'm going to subscribe to Awkward Victoria because you know what? I kind of like her gaming chat, part of the her channel. I'm subbing you. There you go.
I think I've been
sub back if you want, but it doesn't
actually.
matter. Doesn't matter. I'm what? I'm at 76 subscribers. Settle down, everyone. Settle down.
Settle down, Chris.
You might only need 923 now.
It's like a 76 subscribers. So you think you're a YouTuber?
Yeah.
All these people are panicky about that shit. Don't bother. I mean, I don't know. It just
Yeah.
It's going to spur people to do better, to do more, or whatever. There's no money in that shit. If you got to make money, then you got the wrong approach to the whole damn thing. There's no money here.
I muted you because you were screaming, and I don't like screaming.
I wasn't really screaming. I could be louder.
Oh God.
Where's that mute button?
He's crazy, man.
He's crazy like the glue.
I never said I was sane. I never tried to lead anybody on. I are what I are. And what I are is mildly fucked up.
You are what you is.
Also
you
true.
what you are.
Also
No
true.
problem.
Where's Paul?
Jace knew. He knew it was a pterodactyl I was doing. That's my pterodactyl. My pterodactyl.
Wow.
Ow.
You're right. I'm not in headphones, and that was enough.
You should actually, if you should have been on last night with my live chat when I was trying to get the Google Hangouts phone thing working, I accidentally pulled up my chat on the phone, and there's some crazy feedback loop started happening. And yeah, apparently it hurt Joe pretty bad.
You squealed like a bitch.
Oh, Joe is sensitive.
Oh,
Yeah, Joe squeals like a bitch all the time. I mean,
that's another one. Who wears the at? You know, where's old Joe?
Where is Joe? I'm surprised he hasn't
I come think of it, I haven't seen Joe in a while. Yeah, I said that, but after thinking about it for a second, I haven't seen Joe in a while.
Joe was in my live chat last night, actually. Which one?
Was he?
Joe.
Where were you last night, man? I'm surprised you never.
I know. I guess so. Son of a Santa
Joe's probably busy. I mean, he was saying that he might, like, I was asking people if they would be interested in joining a chat if I held one tonight, and he was saying, like, okay, well, maybe if you held one earlier or something, and like, okay, well, I'll go live. I think I went live around 9 o'clock, and no sign of Joe, so fuck Joe. We're just gonna pray for him instead.
Well, this says you've been on for 2 hours. I don't know if that's
randomly. Also, I'm not sure anybody said, but we realized when I was at Chad's on Wednesday when the 101 happened with MGD, and it started happening, and Chad was like, "Oh yeah, we're supposed to pick up an MGD for each of us," and I didn't even realize what was happening. I was like, fuck it. I would have loved to be in that. It would have been fun. It would have been cool.
Well, we're doing Erdinger Weiss beer. You can get a hold of that, right?
I don't know. What?
You should. Well, here I'll show you. I'll grab the bottle.
I was gonna say if you can show me a picture of it or something, then that'd be awesome. But I don't.
Yeah, I was around for that damn.
Erdinger sound that sounds somewhat familiar. Erdinger.
Yeah, it's a fairly big brand.
Get that Erdinger.
What's that? Craig Newman says, "Get it in ya."
Get it in there. Get it in Digny.
Yeah.
What's Craig Newman? What's that? Craig Newman.
That. You must have seen it. It's everywhere.
Huh. I have not, actually.
Really?
The weird thing is it sounds familiar, but after looking at that bottle, I've never seen that.
It's probably at least as far as I know, it's probably the most common it's the most common Hefeweizen you can find.
It looks. I'll go to my LCBOs and stuff and see if I can find it.
Yeah. I bet you.
Like,
I bet you something tells me.
And you said you could get this one, right, Peter?
Yeah, I can get that one.
All right, so we're doing that.
That's fairly widely available.
Yeah.
Aqua Victoria, let's not talk about that live stream. It was not good. I was mad at Broforce last night. Like, you wouldn't believe. That goddamn game is infuriating sometimes.
Broforce?
Holy Christ. It's a newer game. It's like, there's all these little guys, the pixel art kind of game, and they're all based on like 80s, and actually up to like 2000s action stars and stuff. So like there's a Terminator guy.
I like the idea that you play as action heroes, so like from the 80s.
It's a lot of fun. Like every character has their own weaknesses.
Yeah, like you ever had like Rambo, Terminator, and I could have sworn I saw Leon the Professional and
he's in there. Rocketeer. There's like
and Mad Max. I freaked when I saw Mad Max on there.
Mad Max. Chuck Norris is in there at least twice. Van Damme's in there at least like 3 times. It's like there's like Universal Soldier, fucking
oh hell.
Time
Oh,
Cop
and
is
you
in there.
You had Arnold Schwarzenegger from Predator in there. I saw that.
It's the Commando's in there.
Yeah,
Predator is
Commando.
actually in there. It's fucking. It's so
Oh,
good.
the Predator?
It's so good.
Bro force, boom.
Oh, what was I here?
Comments.
I might have to bro force.
Was I yelling at my Logitech Brio? No, I wouldn't yell at my Logitech Brio. I like my Logitech.
Redbeard. Jace says
I see
Redbeard, the
that.
LCBO, Worthington Sea North has 20 bottles.
I see that. And actually, off Victoria, Bro Force.
Bro force.
That's like the way the game starts. That was awesome. And yeah, she challenged me to do some raw food thing, and I don't know yet. It'll happen soonish. Again, I'm on EI and I don't have extra money right now, so buying a bunch of food that I almost don't even want to eat for the challenge. It will happen, but give me a bit of time, please.
Is that like raw, as in, like vegan raw, or like actual uncooked raw?
Yeah, you can puke it up and eat it again.
Was it an episode of Jackass or a movie where somebody, like, it was a Jackass thing, somebody ate all of the things that you put into an omelet? It was like raw eggs and some peppers and blah blah blah, and then threw that up into a pan.
Yeah, and then fried it up. Yeah.
The omelet. Oh, it was so goddamn disgusting, man.
Ew.
Oh my god.
I believe that. I believe somebody has done that in the world. I still believe that.
Yeah, it's not as bad as a cumlet though.
Oh Christ!
That's the thing.
Let's just all gloss over that and keep going.
When did Greg get here?
Those damn Brits and their humor.
Now, where is Greg? What happened to Greg?
Got to get that fiber somewhere.
It was actually funny. When I was at the Cayman Kettle with Chad on Wednesday during the beer brew thing, like there's a break. Obviously, you got to wait for something to happen. We're sitting there talking, and they were talking about Porsches and this one bearing they have with this particular kind of grease or something that over time, the grease in the bearing wears out and the engines basically explode. And Chad said something along the lines of, "Oh, that's whale semen they use for grease." And he was adamant that like it's actual whale semen. And they're like, well, no, there's no way. And like he pulled up a thing and read something, and like the way he read it, still kind of, but no, it's not. It's called sperm whale oil, which is an oil from the sperm whale.
Gross.
There's no actual whale semen.
Sort of a sperm of the moment kind of thing, huh?
But apparently though, the oil that you get from a sperm whale is actually like the best lubricant known to man. It's pretty crazy. It sucks for the sperm whales, but you know.
Wow, dude.
You've got like a country's worth of oil.
I guess Greg's bringing some with him tonight.
The sex club.
You have to go there.
And speaking of that raw food challenge, like there's so many random cool challenge things that you can do on your channel to like kind of hopefully maybe get like everyone. We can let you know what live now. Who has Tide Pods? Let's do it.
No. I've had food poisoning before. No, I'm good.
No. Tide Pods would not be food poisoning.
Oh, Tide Pods. No. I'm good.
That's just straight up. That's just straight up poisoning. And the fact, and did you guys see who was it? I think it was Philip Franco again. I watch him like daily, and they were talking about it. And this she's a black chick. I can't think of her name, but she's a black chick that does like all these challenges, and she got like a big. What?
Why she got to be black?
She doesn't, but that's just what I'm saying. She's a big YouTuber, and she's done a bunch of these challenges, and she literally did the Tide Pod challenge. Like she's a big YouTuber. Did this Tide Pod like I can't even imagine. Like it's you got to be just not all there at all.
This is why YouTube changed their policies.
Exactly. Yeah, that pretty much sums up why YouTube is doing this. Because of shit content like that.
Look up Shoe Nice.
Bad actors.
Look up Shoe Nice. Even if you spell it wrong, I bet it'll still find it. Look up Shoe Nice and watch that fool what he does.
Yeah.
So you can read that.
I've seen that fool eat tampons.
Sounds like Bill Nye almost.
Bill Nye was cool, dude.
Science guy. Bill. Yeah, it was
Bill Nye was cool. I don't care what anybody says.
randomly at the Exchange Brewery in Niagara Falls. The best beer I had from them was their Bill Nye PA.
Oh hell!
The Exchange.
Yeah.
There we go.
Niagara on the lake.
It's like when your tastes start changing, so do your
Oh,
late,
hell.
Well, like,
your late kettle editions too.
I've seen
Right.
that. It's awesome.
You
It's
know,
awesome.
that's what I call soap hopping or dry soaking.
Oh,
That's hilarious.
yikes!
Like Chad said before, went to the Exchange. Like it's a nice brewery, but prepare to be like, it's very, very pretentious, and like the person who opened it obviously had some money. You walk in, and you can buy a Niagara Brewery, the Exchange Brewery branded Bluetooth speaker, and all this other like random like merchandise at the wazoo, and like
Yeah, I think I remember hearing something about the owner was a millionaire or something. I think Forefathers was rich
But
too going into it.
Chad was saying like you're not gonna want to buy anything because the beers start at like $12 a bottle, which is true. They're bigger bottle. They're bigger bottles.
Okay.
Way bigger bottles, but still, that's
They're
kind of
all like
pricey.
wax
And
capped, aren't they?
no, not all of them. I think any of
But
them.
they're all big fancy like.
They're very
bottles.
very different
Yeah,
style
750s.
bottles. But anyway, the brewer guy ended up showing up and came out and talked to us for a while, and he's like, "Hey guys, feel free to grab a bottle before you go."
Was that Nick?
I don't know because the guy that was I want to say it was Dave
no,
or something.
Okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Ponytail guy was like the bartender there, and then somebody else ended up showing up, and he's the one that said, "Grab a bottle." I was like, "Dude, thank you so much." So I have a bottle of their beer in the fridge to drink.
Okay.
My fridge has so much beer in it right now. I can't believe how much beer I got on that trip. I'm still blown away.
It's okay. Don't complain.
So yeah, I heard that Chad watching.
Woe is me.
All right. Sorry about your dilemma.
Oh no,
Okay,
so much beer.
Jace, you're not wrong. Jace, you did warn me, and that's why I wasn't going to buy anything. The beer I got was free. Off inventory, you're not wrong. People do the Tide Pod Challenge. It's our stupid, though. Not is stupid. Come on now, Victoria.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, no doubt.
You're a college graduate and stuff. You know your grammar. I know you do.
Yeah, but who's more stupid, the people who do the videos or the kids who watch it?
Well, the kids.
I'm gonna say
reactions, right?
like some of the kids, if like a kid sees this thing and like if you're young enough, young kids are the ones that like it makes me sad for kind of thing because they see it, they're like, oh, you could eat that, yeah, and it's like if you're old enough to know, like you don't eat laundry soap, don't eat soap, don't eat chemicals, don't eat anything that's made for cleaning other things. Basically,
It was a
Just
couple.
because it looks like candy.
if it's not labeled food, don't eat
Don't
it.
eat it. Yeah.
A couple of days ago, I asked I got a 12-year-old boy. I said, how many of those Tide Pods have you eaten? He looked at me like I was stupid. I said, you've never heard of it? He said, no, I've seen it because I troll the internet so much, but I've seen it, so I know what it's about. He said, he looked at me like I was stupid. I said, well, there's kids that eat the soap, the laundry soap.
Try it.
No, I didn't either. No. I said, you wouldn't do that, would you? He's like, looked at me like I was stupid again. Like, no.
Nice.
So yeah, I know kids are very influential, but yeah, what makes you want to stick something that tastes like soap in your mouth? I mean, that was a punishment back in my day. You get in trouble and
Wash your mouth.
Oh yeah, wash your mouth with soap. But that was just soap, not actual not fucking poison that will kill you.
She drag it across the back of your top teeth there, across your front teeth there, and drag that shit out, and you're spitting bubbles for a while. She wouldn't let you brush your teeth in a few minutes.
Dopey.
I learned.
All right, I'm taking off,
Every
guys.
soap is good
Well,
All right,
fine
Chris.
then.
See you
Fine
later, Chris.
then.
Thanks for
What the
taking
hell?
everything. I got to work in the morning. I'll talk to you guys later.
I guess that's
See you
acceptable.
later.
Bring it back,
Have a good
man.
one.
Thanks for coming on, Chris. It's been fun.
Woo!
Bye, Chris.
Thanks for hosting. I'll be listening on the offline. So
Don't threaten me.
I might be in the chats. I need something to fall asleep to, as long as Redbeard doesn't start doing this pterodactyl call.
I don't know.
Need something to fall asleep to, and listening to us is perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're dull as it can be.
Peace.
I actually worked at
exciting
a
as
restaurant
one
one time and there was this chick in the back of the kitchen that was having a really bad day. And in the middle of dinner service, I grabbed 2 pairs of tongs and pretended they were like my little tiny Tyrannosaurus arms, and started walking through the kitchen, making that kind of noise as a dinosaur. And she laughed, and I made her day better. It made me happy. It was pretty. It's freaked out some customers in the dining room. That was the open kitchen. So look back and see like this guy walking through. It was funny.
Ow. God damn.
Yeah, but the real question is, did you take her home afterwards?
Of course not. Of course not. Redbridge has no luck in that department. I gotta pee. Actually, I'll be back. Pee.
Thanks for sharing.
Are you peeing right now?
A little bit.
Oh, too late.
He's like, I gotta pee. Actually, he just sort of stands there like a second.
Yeah, right. Like
There we
some
go.
way.
Going right in the
I'm
bed
good
pan.
now. I'm good now. What were we talking about?
Yeah, Chris in the comments says no sleep now. Down, damn Redbeard.
Give you some nightmares, make you wake up screaming.
No,
Just
that's
taking a
just
look
my
through the
ex.
comments here. I think Chad and Lee are friends with the guy who runs it. Oh, for the reckless eating. Okay, yeah, I think so. I think I've heard about that.
You're way back in the comments. You're back at 10 o'clock still. That was 10 minutes ago.
That was a while ago, man. 10
was 10
o'clock.
minutes
It's
ago.
noon here. Noon, midnight.
Oh, yeah, whatever your language, whatever time zone you're in, that was 10 minutes ago. No matter what your
Yeah.
says, yeah, it's 10 minutes ago to me.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look for the comments here.
That's all good. We need it at this point.
She apologizes for leaving for a moment, and then Jace says, "No worries, no worries for the rest of us too."
No,
We're surprised that anybody's actually watching this crap. So
We got 5 people watching.
Why I'm here in the first place, but
yeah,
people
no,
who
really.
actually watch it as well.
5
Come
people
on.
watching. It's good.
Yeah, but we need to all come together and fight YouTube. So we need to do as many live streams.
Bullshit. I'm tired of hearing that crap. Oh my god. There's everybody's doing long ass streams. I thought of doing a stream. I'm not for the money or whatever. There's no money in this shit. But yeah, everybody's just trying and panicky, and it's like, come on, man. I forgot even who said it. I think it was Dark Matter. You probably never heard of him. Anyway, he was just straightforward talking to some of these people that were on that same stream, saying, look, if you got 300 subs and you're just struggling to get to 1,000, maybe you should look back on what you're putting out. You know, if you've been doing this for 2-3 years and you've only got 200 subs or 300 subs or whatever, chances are you're doing something wrong. You know, chances are you're doing something wrong. I can't say that I'm much better. The only reason I have my subs is because I did that whole sub for sub thing, and I've gotten away from that. I'm getting back to my Beertube buddies, my beer drinking friends, and it's a neat number. But the thing is, what you have to keep in mind is no matter how many subs you have, if about 15% of the people watching are the ones, or the 15% of your subs are watching, then you're doing pretty good. If they consistently watch, 10 or 15%, you're doing pretty good. Whether your number is 100 or 1,000 or 1,000,000, if you get 15% literally watching each and every time, and maybe a comment, maybe not, but at least the numbers being there, then you're doing okay. You're doing all right. Yeah, I mean, it's discouraging to some trying to get started, but those people are the same people who don't understand how little money there really is involved. Been doing this for a couple of years now, and I'm talking about $44. Just that didn't pay for the hops that I've used and the brews that I've made. So there's no money in it.
Isn't that part of the problem, though? The tubers who have that mentality starting up.
It's true. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they're trying to get rid of these. They're trying to get rid of these channels that. Okay, Green Bay Wacky, for example, he's very interactive, and yes, he's sub for sub. But there's some of these, and I'm sure you've seen them, where they just start an OSB stream, and they sit back and watch it, and it's just all automated, and it's you get in there, and if you give them money, especially, they'll make sure that you're up on that bulletin board thing to where you can get these subs. But they're all so fake. And again, no matter how many subs you have, if they're not watching your crap, they're dead subs. So this is going to weed out some of the dead subs, some of these dead people. and hopefully make it better for everybody else. I mean, I don't know. I never expect or plan to make money on this. I'm doing this as a video diary of my brewing stuffs and my just idiocy that I do. Not every video that I do is like brewing. My last one was about my wife getting a promotion at work. The one before was they poured concrete at my dad's house for a driveway, for a parking lot thing. Either way, it doesn't make a difference. But we can look back on that years from now and say, you remember when they poured that concrete? You know?
Yeah.
Just whatever. So but there's no money in it. There's no money in it is the point I guess I'm making here. There's no money in it, so why bother? It's all just a hobby, and if it becomes any more, then you're wasting your time on this thing. You know?
Well, I would say it's more like if you're taking it serious. Hold just a second. Why do I hear myself?
Huh?
Why do I hear myself?
I don't know. I haven't changed anything.
Am I echoing as well?
I think I'm getting an echo
me
from Redbeard. Yeah. I was getting an echo from your beard, Redbeard. I forgot what I was going to say. We were talking about, I forget.
Talking about the whole sub thing and how really it's just there's no money in it.
Oh, if there's no money in it, if you're taking it seriously to the point where you think that you're going to make money out of it, that you think you're going to grow your channel to the point where that you're going to make a lot of YouTube monies, not with beer. You can do it with other things, but beer is such a thing that there's just no, and there's too many people doing it. Like half the people who were interested in talking about beer on YouTube have their own channel. It wasn't always the case, but even then, not today.
Well,
I mean, look at all four of us talking here right now. We all have our own channel.
Right. Yeah. Peter summed it up real good. He did a video. I don't know if it was the last one or just one of his last ones anyway. And he explained it and he made it blatantly simple, and he was so very right. There's such a small niche of who we are, and there's no money in it. And if you look at the Philip DeFrancos or the Rhett and Links, they all have people that they have a production crew. Yeah. They have people that go through and find out what are we going to talk about tomorrow? Yeah. What is the new game? And they're creative but it takes a whole group of people, and it's not just
like production.
They're passionate about what they do. They're passionate about what they do, and they also have the time to spend on it because they're doing it full time. But they're also generating content that's interesting enough. What?
I was going to say they all began in like the infancy of YouTube. So when they were like out of the blue, they were like it's weird to say because I've got no respect for those sort of YouTubers, but they were like sort of like pioneers of the whole.
Yes, yeah.
You can make a living off YouTube.
Sure.
And if Phil DeFranco was to do what he did, started back then, right now, he'd be struggling to get the big views. He'd probably be like a moderately.
But I mean, even today, it's not like you can't make a channel that generates that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But today, in order to make it, you have to have the production value. You also have to have that. You have to have that subject that's interesting enough to break into it.
You just gotta have something. There has to be a hook. There has to be
Beer's
something.
Not it.
It's like I started my channel. My channel basically devolved into a beer tubing channel. Like for the first, I want to say I started November of 2015. So for the first 2 months or so, I was putting out I'm pretty sure most days, gaming videos a day, trying to be like a Jacksepticeye or something, putting out 2 things a day, every day at the same time kind of thing. And it wasn't getting me. It was like January 1st started, and my buddy Marcel kept bringing all these beers, and I didn't like him. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try some beers.
Well, I did one. I started a second channel, and I put one video up that had a camera, like an old film camera repair. There was so much interest in that it generated 8,000 views in 1 year. The thing is, if you could make an entire channel of videos like that, little tiny repairs, or talking about film cameras or something like that, I could probably make it as a YouTuber if I had that kind of content regularly. But I don't.
One of my most watched videos was I was talking about a turntable. I was talking about my record player. That's one of my most watched videos, and that's not what I do. It was one drunken night or whatever it was, but I got a new turntable from the flea market, and I talked about it for a little bit. That's one of my most viewed videos. It's talking about my damn record player. It's like, really? I don't even do that, really. I mean, that's not what I'm into.
Is it a record player?
Yeah, it's a turntable. There you go. Nice. Hell yeah.
I'm just going to get the views.
What do you use for a turntable, the drunken one?
It is. Oh, God, I have to look at it now. I don't ever play with it.
I like that kind of thing. I collect vinyl. Like
it's a sound.
My record rack behind me. That's
that's
all records. That's not books
if it's just those 2 layers, I probably have half of those. I have quite a selection myself.
Yeah.
I see like, oh yeah. I probably have 3 cubes of that, maybe 4 cubes of that.
Okay,
I got a collection myself. I have a collection. Yeah,
I've only got about 400 records, so
I haven't counted mine. Yeah, I probably have about 4 cubes of what you do there. They're not all in the best condition, but they're pretty good. They've been handed down from my brother-in-law from years ago. And I was going through and I was making MP3s of a bunch of them, and I have them all stored on a external drive, one of those My Book Essentials or things, or whatever it is, an external drive. And so, but you can hear that kapaka. It's not that bad, but it's got that sound. No, vinyl is great. Vinyl has the best warm sound ever. It has the best warm sound ever.
If you can get records that are in good condition, you can get them with
soundboard over here, little mixing board over here.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
but here's the thing with vinyl is that if you get the records in good enough condition, mint condition, you get them without all the surface pops and scratches and noise.
Yes, sir.
You can actually get. Now, of course, there's a little light rumble in it from the surface noise of the actual record itself. That's unavoidable. Yeah. But there is a nice, clean, warm analog sound that you do get from it that you don't get from CD.
And it's wonderful. Yeah, I agree.
Especially with the way they mix CDs is they often mix them hot, so they're distorted because the highs are always clipped off.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Whereas on vinyl, they're not.
Yeah.
It can't be.
They're mellow. Yeah, they're mellow like that. Yeah, I would literally run when I was playing the records and stuff. I would take a alcohol and water solution and literally just dampen the whole vinyl, trying not to get it on the paper in the middle, obviously. But you're about to show me a water bottle or something, aren't you?
Oh, I was going to say, I used to use this stuff, the D-Ford record washer stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
I have one of the RCA disc washer units. But lately, what I've been using is I've been using the same lens cleaner that I use for. It's like TV lens cleaner, but I use it on my camera lenses, and it also uses it on my records, and it works great.
Yeah. Easy on the water because it can leave. You want to use distilled water for sure.
Yeah,
and just regular.
This stuff dries up. This stuff dries off quickly and without residue. So
exactly. Yeah. No regular water, especially no city water, because that'll get calcium and shit in there. But yeah, keep them wet. That way, it's not cutting a hole in those things when that needle's coming through. The stylus. Right? Oh, they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun.
That'll be an odd place to get into this conversation.
So what turntable was it you picked up there? Anyway, you said you got a new turntable. I'm curious because
yeah. It's a gem sound. It's got a bunch of crap on top of it now. It's a gem sound. I don't know a model number. It's all right. I got it for really cheap, finding out that it didn't have a cartridge in the arm, so no cartridge. But I had a cartridge out of a different turntable, and it didn't have a counterweight, which I had no luck trying to find a counterweight. So I robbed one off of a different turntable that doesn't really fit it. But if you hold it carefully,
as long as you can balance the arm afterwards.
It needed balancing. Yeah, it's like I think that it was like 6 grams of pressure was supposed to be on this particular one. Is that heavy or light?
That's heavy.
Is it? Where should I be?
Well, it all depends on what cartridge you're using. I mean, are you using a ceramic cartridge or a magnetic cartridge?
Yeah.
Never mind. All right.
Sure. I'm not that versed on it. I can pull it out and give you a model number. I know it's a Shure brand. I don't know what model.
If it's a Shure, it's probably a magnetic then.
Okay. I am not really versed on that. I don't know.
I would say if you're running a Shure, it depends on what model Shure it is, but you're probably looking more towards 2 grams is what you really need.
Oh, wow. Super light then. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of those Shure cartridges. Like I've got a Shure M95 ED. I don't use it because the cartridge I've got on my turntable is from Denon. It's a really nice one. I paid like $200 for it.
Wow.
But it's I think the tracking force on it is like a gram and 1.75 grams or something. That's like really light.
So that means no wiki.
But yeah, if you're pressing too heavy, or you're also distorting the angle in which the cantilever sits and the needle sits in the groove, and you're also grinding out the grooves in your record every time.
Yeah.
It's great to have it. That's why I don't like those turntables like from Crosley with the plastic platters, and they're not calibrated properly, so they will grind out the grooves in your records.
Right, yeah, they end up ruining it. See, that's what I was saying. When I was using it, I would just use it one more time, get it nice and clean, play it wet, and get it onto a MP3 and just call it a day, you know, just to try to be done with it that way. Yeah, it's keep the nostalgia, but move it to that MP3. I don't know. I'm probably going about it all the wrong way, but yeah, I don't want to ruin them. A lot of them were from my brother-in-law a long time ago, and I played them back when I was a kid. And coincidentally, some of them were given to me then, but later on they were given to the children and my nephews. And so my nephews brought them back to me because I knew I played them, because I had no interest in them. So I ended up with this whole collection again, you know, or being able to use this whole collection and owning them now. So, so that was kind of cool.
Cool.
They take up a lot of room and they're really heavy. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I like having them. I'm kind of gotten to the point now. Like when I go record shopping or something, I rarely find anything I want, because anything I want I already have.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I mean, there's every once in a while you find a new album from somebody, or sort of like a missing hole in my collection, but it's not like I'm buying 10, 15 records to go anymore.
Jesus. You say I was making weird noises.
Yeah, no.
I'm sure you can whip out some doozies out of yours. I have a couple of the Cheech and Chong, the Big Bamboos. That's the one that had the big rolling paper in it years ago. He can't hear me anymore.
Oh, is it that Cheech and Chong album, Big Bamboo?
Yeah, the Big Bamboo. Yeah, I got a couple of them.
I have that album, but I'm missing the rolling paper.
Yeah, they didn't have papers in them anymore.
This is one of my most recent pickups that I actually really like, was XTC's English Settlement. I just listened to it for the first time a couple of days ago.
Nice.
What an underrated band they are.
Oh yeah, I have this, and I have Skylarking, and Skylarking is really good too.
Right? Oh yeah. And for our English gentlemen,
and of course, what collection is complete with
Let it be.
That is quite weird that you both presented
that is weird.
at the same time.
We're both pulling out the Beatles.
Right? How about that?
I've had this for a while, but this was sitting out because I listened to it not too long ago.
That's still in plastic. Look at you go.
Well, I keep everything in a plastic sleeve, but this record's in really good shape.
I don't take mine quite that seriously, but
I have Let It Be, and I've got a bunch of others like Sgt. Pepper and I've got Revolver and Help and a couple others. Abbey Road.
Just say that that's one of the situations where drugs actually were a good thing. The Beatles, so much better.
Beatles, psychedelic rock in general, and drugs. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, when I was over, was it last October? I was over at Don Riggs. And
is that ZZ Top?
Oh, ZZ Top.
Yeah, baby.
Oh man, I don't have Tres Hombres, but I have Fandango and Eliminator.
Nice. Yeah, that was good.
Which is the album of
but anyway, I was trying to say, last time I was over at my friend Don Riggs back in October, we got really ripped, fucking high, and we were listening to Dark Side of the Moon. Thick as a Brick. I don't have Thick as a Brick. It's on my want list, but I really love Songs from the Wood.
Let me bring.
That's got to be my favorite.
Table condition. There's your wall.
The Wall was one of my first progressive rock albums. Was The Wall. I got it when I was 14.
Nice. And that's just ones beside me. That's ones I've listened to last time I played it. You know, like there's several more.
Yeah, like I've got a whole bunch of Pink Floyd. I've got a lot of Yes. I've got a lot of Moody Blues, and
Don't
I
punch
not
the
on
wheel.
not on record, but I just listened to my first King Crimson album yesterday, and I loved it. I got to get some more King Crimson.
I don't think I've actually listened to any King Crimson before.
Oh yeah,
It's always been they've been one of those bands that everyone seems to talk about, but I've just never got around to
Here
getting
it
a
is.
couple of albums and just.
I just found this one at Valley Village. It was In the Wake of Poseidon, and I loved it. It was excellent. I don't know why I waited so long to. Yeah, you can't read it because it's not focusing on the edge.
Yeah, it's shiny. Yeah, shiny.
Anyway. But yeah, it's like was it the 30th anniversary remaster or something? I found it for $2.
Wow.
Can't go wrong at all.
There's something so soul
CDs.
a warming of the soul finding cheap CDs and vinyls.
It is.
Okay.
Isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Like I found a copy of Tom Petty's Wildflowers for $5 there the other day. I've listened to it 3 times already. It's an excellent album.
Yeah, I got a stack of CDs, and I used to have. Well, I still have the player. I pulled the CDs out, and of course I threw away all the cases, so they're all stacked in one spot. But yeah, I had a 300 CD carousel and a 100 CD carousel, and they was pretty much full. They were pretty much full, and
That's crazy.
yeah,
I have my home stereo thing in my bedroom. It's a 25 disc changer thing, and that's the biggest CD changer I ever owned. Well, I had a 10 disc changer in my car at one point. So yeah, I had 10 and 25. That's it. 300 is crazy.
These are all the literature for CDs.
Holy crap!
That's all the literature for the CDs. I have that right. That's all the covers. I threw away the plastic parts, but that's all the covers to them. And the CDs are all stacked neatly or sort of neatly. In a block. Right?
You took the literature out of the CD cases and got rid of the CD cases?
I did, yeah, because I figured I'd never use them. I thought they was always going to end up in the carousel. Well, you can get the little compact cases anymore, and they take up like half the room.
These things? The cases?
Yeah, the little thin ones. Yeah, well, they have the ones I guess for
DVD. The thin ones. They only have the front thing, and they don't have the back.
Right. They're just super thin. Yeah. And I've had some of the little organizers, like the little things where they got the little flips and stuff. And I've had several of those cases. And I don't know. I treat my stuff like crap, I guess. But
I've been an MP3 addict since the day MP3s came out.
Yes, sir. I'm with you on that.
I used to be on Merc, the Internet Relay Chat thing.
MIRC, yeah.
Yeah, back in the day where it was you'd go into somebody's file server thing. You're basically looking at their hard drive and stuff, and it's I want this file and this file. After I got this file because there's a ratio.
I got my first MP3s. I got my first MP3s off of a buddy who read a bunch of them on a BBS, downloading them through a 24 baud modem. But the first MP3s I ever downloaded off the web was in 1998, I think, and that was off of Scour.net. This is before Scour Exchange came out, and it was like Scour.net, and then Scour Exchange existed at the same time that Napster did, and then but I like Scour Exchange better because you not only had MP3s, you had videos too. And you could download all kinds of. I remember going down to my brother's place, and when he was going to school in Halifax, and he had broadband connection. I had dial-up still up here, and I remember going and downloading a couple of gigabytes of crap off the internet the entire 2 weeks I was there.
LimeWire and all that shit.
Well, it was well before LimeWire. This is back when Scour Exchange was the only thing. I mean, Scour Exchange, I think, shut down. I think it was around just after or around the same time that Napster got taken down. But there was less heat on Scour because it wasn't as popular, but there was a lot of content on Scour as well. But when these services got taken down, it was around the time that what do you call it, Nutella and LimeWire and Kazaa came out.
Right.
I remember after that, I had Kazaa Lite because Kazaa Lite was like Kazaa without spyware. And then LimeWire was the one that came out after that, and then it was torrents.
Remember that court order settlement? Yeah, just send us your email address, and we'll send you a TV. And they're trying to catch everybody pirating their damn software or the MP3s anyway.
Here's the trick. Even today, they'll send you an email saying, "Oh, will you stop downloading this content?" And the thing is, don't respond to that email, otherwise they won't know. Otherwise, they consider that an admission of guilt if you respond.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
Don't fucking reply to it.
Yeah, turn your laptop off. Take out the battery.
Fantastic. We saw that you've been downloading Game of Thrones. We want you to delete it immediately and cease what you're doing. You're like, yeah, don't reply to that.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't reply to that.
Let it be.
Shut up! I'm busy. I'm trying to play this. Nice. Yeah, I still got stuff from back in that era, that just I managed to save it through all the computer changes I've had, and it's still on a hard drive. I've lost a few of them, but yeah, there's still quite a few left. I'm terrible with organization, so that doesn't help either. But yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Well, I think stuff in the last 10 years I haven't been burning off because I haven't had to. But I remember I used to burn everything to CDs or DVDs for a while.
I was the same way.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've got like a couple of binders up on my shelf back there that they're full of discs that have like movies and MP3s and shit on it. But now it's just like hard drives are so huge now that you just change your hard drive every couple of years. Yeah, exactly. Like I had a 1.5, then I upgraded to a 3, then I upgraded to a 4. You just change your hard drive every once in a while, make sure all the data makes it over, and you get a fresh hard drive every so often.
All right.
Yep.
Admittedly, I think I need to upgrade again, but
you're talking about like when you're talking about this 1.5, you're talking about terabytes?
Yeah, terabytes.
Okay, yeah. That's me. I think it's a 1 and a 3. It's one of those ones that look like a novel, one of those My Books or whatever.
The Western Digital My Books.
I have roughly eight.
They're old school, but they're cheap,
I have roughly 8 terabytes total, and they're always on the verge of being right full because high def videos are huge. I download everything.
All right.
I use a pair of I actually bought a pair of 4 terabyte My Books, and I stripped them apart just to take the drives out of them.
Nice.
And I put them in a RAID mirror set so that I could keep a backup of my photo repository. So all my images are backed up on a 4 terabyte RAID, and then for everything else, I have a 4 terabyte external that I have back everything up onto.
Awesome.
So, which is on my. You can see over my shoulder. There's my media center computer sitting on top of my shelf. Like, see where the Master Chief Halo helmet is? Like 2 things over on the other side of the Laserdisc player of my printer.
You said Laserdisc.
How many people can say
who's got a Laserdisc player?
I do. Yeah. It's one the size. The ones you're talking about is like the one the size of an album player, right? Or the record player.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got the big hole.
There's a copy of Blade Runner, and then there's
of course every collector's got to have Blade Runner on Laserdisc.
Sweet. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, I used to do a karaoke show a long time ago, and there was a bunch of sound choice media on there. And so it had the words that went across the screen as you were supposed to read it, and it had a little video in the back, and both sides, that plays on either side. So, yeah, it would be like they would turn in the request to be like whatever song, Country Boy Can't Survive, and it'd be like disc 4, side B, song 3. And so they would have 4, side B, 3, and they come up and sing the song. And I had 2 Laserdisc players. And I'd cue them up on the same soundboard, and to do the audio, and then of course you're just mixing the video, just a matter of a splitter, Yeah, that's been years ago.
The good thing about Laserdisc is some of the Laserdisc editions are actually better than DVD and Blu-ray editions of films.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have
special features.
Nick, are those the original or the special edition shit?
Nope, that's not special. That's original.
That's like theatrical release.
Yeah, that's the original theatrical releases. Now this is like the releases from the mid '80s, so that's
pretty badass.
Nick, you are a nerd. All right.
I've got that, and especially when you're talking about like Laserdisc editions being better than the DVD editions, is I've actually got the Aliens, the first 2 Aliens movies on Laserdisc, and they've actually got special features on them that that are not on the DVD
that
release.
don't appear in any of the recent releases. It's crazy.
Nostalgia, baby. Nostalgia.
There is actually like there's a group of people out there called they're making the despecialized editions of Star Wars.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've not seen the films themselves, but I've seen like forum posts.
I watched the first 2 of them, I think, like the first Star Wars and then Return of the Jedi. I haven't watched The Empire Strikes Back yet because
what?
Or is it wait?
You've never seen Empire Strikes
Back?
No,
I have, just not the despecialized 1080p version that you can get now. Like they're basically taking like they've gone to all the archives they can go to, everything, all these like original films, and brought it back to like what it was supposed to be like in the theater originally, but in 1080p. And it's fucking glorious, man. Like
I'd love to see the 1080p version because the only thing I've got for despecialized is the I got burned copies of the original trilogy on DVD in the that are not special editions.
Go to the Pirate Bay, wherever torrent file you want to find, and look up despecialized and Star Wars. Bam, 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 right there for you. And I like they're. Like I had only seen I saw like the theatrical release like once or twice as a kid on a videotape, but then the special editions came out, and that was the one that I saw so many times, and I never really all the extra shit they put in, all the like weirdness. I was never really a fan of that, and I watched this despecialized edition. The music, like the whole tone of the film, is different. George Lucas lost his mind when he went all specialized.
Yeah, I have no idea what went through.
It's not like everything that George Lucas did in the special editions was bad. Like the extra added graphics in say like the fight scene over Yavin 4, the original Death Star trench run. There was a lot of things that George Lucas did that improved the movie quite a bit.
The scene where they meet Jabba and
Hand not shooting first. That scene looks fucking retarded.
The full-on musical scene with that fucking
just completely changed the narrative of the film.
Walking over Jabba the Hutt's tail
or
thing.
That scene we could have done without that. There was really nothing. Or go as far as forward as like Return of the Jedi when you have that fucking stupid dance scene.
That's what I'm saying right there. Yeah.
That is the dumbest thing I've seen.
That was so bad. Terrible. It's like, oh look, we can make a fully animated person now. Let's just go completely overboard with that.
It came out 20 years ago at that point. It was like, why are you ruining this now?
It was awful.
Yeah.
Oh, make me sad.
But I mean, that's like there's scenes in the new movies where I was just like, you just sort of flip. But when you think about the additions that they made in like Empire Strikes Back, like for example, I think a lot of it had to do with like Cloud City, where they added CGI graphic scenery to a lot of the Cloud City scenes, whereas instead of the original movies, they just had white hallways, where they actually added windows and scenery outside, and that actually was pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff. But
it's cool, but there was no need for it. There was no need for any of it. The movies were unbelievably well received. They were basically like a turning point in filming history for the world and sci-fi type shit.
You're modifying now. The movies are not the same as what they were when they were originally released and originally gained their popularity.
And he says this is the way I always wanted them to be. And for the most part, that makes me like, well, you know what? I am so happy that back then you couldn't have your way. You couldn't have just what you wanted, because the movies you made will be classics for the extent of human history, with no doubt. Yeah. The special editions will be ridiculed by the majority of human history forever. It's just the way it is.
They carry a bad connotation because George Lucas, when he made them over the top. There's a lot of things that he could have done to make these movies better, and for the most part, he did. He cleaned up every scene in the movie. He added CGI in spots that actually improved various scenes. But when he started adding content to the movies, like adding extra scenes or modifying the original narrative of the screen, like like adding this stupid thing where like they digitally made hands shift sideways and then shoot second degree.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
That is
yeah,
dumb.
man. Yeah.
Hand shot first, as far as I'm concerned. That is a stupid
So
scene.
much, yeah.
And it's like nowadays when you watch the special edition movies, that's the only version of the special edition Star Wars movies that they make available on a regular basis. And it's almost like whenever you watch it, you're watching Star Wars with graffiti on it. It's like somebody spray painted all over the movie.
That's a good way. That's a very nice analogy.
Scenes to it. It's the only way you can watch it now. And there's purists out there that just want their old Star Wars back.
Yeah, I think the only way you can watch it on disc in its original form was when they first released the re-releases of them. There was a run of DVDs that actually came with the option to watch the original untouched version.
Oh, okay.
It was like an extra feature on the disc.
Like the DVD
but that's
release.
the only, but that's the only actual legitimate.
They came with a second set of discs in each one.
Yeah.
Like they had the original and they had the and I'm not sure if it was a special version of it, but it did come with the original release versions of Star Wars with their own disc. And I have copies of those on DVD. And my brother had them, and I copied them off of him.
I mean, it's good that they exist, but those versions that they put on those discs, they just pretty much just left alone. So it's not terrible quality because of the nature of Star Wars, but it's still really inferior quality to what you get on the actual.
Right. Well, that's cool to see. It's kind of cool to see it before it hit the cutting room floor. You get that uncut, that raw version or whatever, and so you get to see what maybe they left out or what didn't get retouched, touched up again or whatever.
Yeah. The DVD copy, the first movie, episode 3 or 4. The screen crawl at the very start of the movie is the original screen call from the first theatrical release, so it doesn't have episode 4 listed at the top. I think it still has like the Star Wars logo as we know it today, but it doesn't say episode 4. It just starts giving you the story in the movie. It doesn't say episode 4 A New Hope, which they added later, but at the same time, it just goes to show this is the original theatrical release.
Right.
That's what I want to see.
Quickly,
I'd love to see that in 1080.
Next week's 101. What is that beer again?
Erdinger Weiss beer.
Erdinger. Okay. Awkward Victoria. I'm chatting with her off the side kind of thing. She wants to join into one of these things, and she said she could get that one. So that could be fun. Get a girl in on this chat shit. Why not?
Chat shit.
Cool.
Ew.
He said ew.
Girl cooties.
Cootie.
That's funny. He said ew. Oh, that's silly. You don't need no stinking girls.
Girls.
That's funny. All right, I got away from that damn stuff. I am drinking my IPA, my home brewed IPA that has a super duper head. Every time I get it out of the keg, I can turn that stuff down to 2 BS.
It looked good, and it still looks good.
Look at the lacing on that. I don't want to put my left. Look at how that sticks to that, boys.
Creamy and smooth.
I must be getting drunk. I almost ran over this in my chair.
Oh, don't do that. For God's sakes, don't do that.
No, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good one there. I've got that same one.
60s.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Actually, you know what? I'm not sure what price mine is. Because they reissued. It's the Beatles. Come on. They reissued this album several times. They reissue it
like every 2 years or so.
All right.
But depending upon what center label's on the disc, depends on what issue it was. So
my brother-in-law, he worked for a radio station.
Purple Capital. So I think that's late 70s.
I don't know what mine looks like. Mine's not inside. It's in a tote. It's not handy that I can go get it right away. Yeah.
Well, you don't have that much humidity there, do you?
That much what? Oh, humidity?
Humidity.
We have plenty of humidity, to be very honest. You don't want to know where my stuff's at. My stuff is in a tote, which is water safe, but it's out on my front porch. I haven't checked on them in a while. Hopefully they're not waterlogged.
Oh,
Don't
ruin them.
I really don't ruin them like you do.
Yeah,
I did good to get my soundboard in for it all.
I've got mine well organized on my shelf, so I think
that's awesome.
Well organized and the temperature controlled.
Yeah, I had mine on a shelf.
They're not temperature controlled.
I built a shelf for all mine, and it just wasn't enough shelf because it didn't take long, and the shelf started bowing, and they're not heavy one at a time, but man, you get a stack of them, and there's a lot of weight. Vinyl, I'm telling you, there's a lot of weight to some vinyl. Now, I was doing good to get my soundboard in. I got a case for my board, but the case was starting to get a little swole because of the humidity. My these are like PV speakers back there, a couple of towers, and they were starting to get a little swole up because of the humidity, and I did good to get them in. This is the room that we have a three-bedroom house. This is my the kid that went to the military, and he's got moved out, so I took over his room as my studio thing here. But it was good to get my stuff out of the shed, because even in the shed, everything was getting too much humidity, and the wood was starting to buckle. And I'm glad I got it all in here before it all ruined.
I need more beer.
You gotta take care of them, man. You don't want to get them soggy. Like I try to keep everything in a plastic sleeve. There's I picked this up recently, April wine.
I've never seen that before in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to get one of
more of a Canadian band, so.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm going to get one of those wiry racks, one of those little 2 foot by 18-inch or whatever it is, one of those smaller wiry racks, and you can get them for about $30. And I'm going to get them in here and stacked up, if nothing else, at least in the closet or something. Yeah, I need to take care of them so they don't get ruined. I mean, I don't use them all the time anyway, but I try to know that they all got ruined because of my neglect.
Yeah. Well, I used to have one of the wire racks, and even those, they just because they don't fully support each record properly, I've actually had some warped records from them. But one here, this record rack I got for, I had to get it shipped to me, so it cost me a bit more. But I think you can get these record racks for $100, $150 from IKEA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, they got to be well built, because I'm telling you, those records are not light.
That shelf is solid as a rock.
Is it? Yeah. We moved around a lot back when I was younger. I was past a record collection of the 78 RPMs. Talk about some thick vinyl. Those suckers, they were heavy. I'm talking about if you try to carry, of course I was a lot smaller, but if you try to carry like 5 inches deep of them, just a little bit at a time, even 5 inches deep of those records was heavy. I mean, they were just heavy. Yeah, they got lost in an attic somewhere. Like I said, we moved around a lot, so they ended up getting lost. It's a damn shame, because there was some really old nostalgic music on there. And I've got a few of the 45 RPM.
A lot of those they weren't copies of each other, or they were made in very limited quantities. So if you got like a popular artist on a 78. Like I think Frank Sinatra or something, or Bing Crosby were on some of the earlier ones. But if you get something that's rare, then it's going to be worth quite a bit, because there's not that many of them left.
Yeah, don't rub it in. I know.
I think some of the first Elvis stuff was on 78.
Oh, I bet it was. Yeah, I bet it was. Yeah. I really regret it. Yeah, they just got lost. I didn't not have respect for them. We just simply moved, and they got left in an attic somewhere.
Yeah, it happens, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, we've actually got we got 8 people watching now. How's everybody doing? Leave us some comments, and not just Basement Beer Reviews.
Let's go.
We love you, Jamie. Don't worry.
Yeah, love you, Jamie.
Just cracked open some Muskoka Mad Tom that.
Oh yeah. I
don't even know. Like, Muskoka changed to the format of this says, where is it? It says enjoy before March 23rd of this year. So I don't know when it was brewed at all, because Muskoka went all kind of shiesty like that.
That's at the point where they're sending their old stuff to us. Like we can get Mad Tom here, but it's in the $20 6-packs.
Don't get it. I'm at this one here right here. I can tell you right off the bat. It should have been enjoyed by like November of last year.
Muskoka is enjoyed by March, but it's really 3 months before that.
So much bullshit, man.
Figure out it all.
All right, I'll be right back.
Anyway, guys, I've got to go. I've got to head off now because it's
Well, fine then.
5 o'clock in the
Come
morning.
on, it's only 5 o'clock in the morning.
Come on, it's not even midnight, man.
Child's
Universal global time zone. Come on, man.
Well, if you can get Eardinger, we'll see you Wednesday if you can get Eardinger. Okay, Peter?
Hey, man.
Definitely should be able to get that. So yeah, hopefully I'll speak to a couple of you guys on Wednesday then.
Nice seeing you, buddy.
All right.
Cheers.
Yeah, nice to see you guys. Thanks for letting me join. Now, see you soon. Have a good one, guys.
You too.
Pterodactyl.
I gotta pterodactyl. Oh God, you just woke up, Chris. Way to go.
Hey, man.
Yeah, speaking of which, I gotta pee like crazy, so I'll be right back.
All right, take it down.
Apparently, I took the brunt of it last night. Yeah, maybe. I had fun though. It was a good time. I was not even remotely sober last night during my live stream. I was so fucking hammered. Oh my God.
Where was I? What happened here?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, you were doing that? You were gaming last night or what?
I was gaming and I stopped gaming and had a hangout.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell, you should have freaking sent me something. Maybe you did even. I don't know.
No, I don't think I would. I would have. I would have if you were there. Oh, I woke Chris up. You know what? You should have turned the volume down, man. Because occasionally it's just. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'll get your meters bouncing. That'll get the
It's
meters.
a good one. Like I'm actually toning it down because I'm scared to break my microphone or something.
Right. Wow.
If I really go, it might hurt people's ears badly.
I'll get y'all turned back at least a bit. That way it doesn't feed back into the mic.
Like I said last night during the hangout thing, for the first half hour or so, I was trying to figure out how to let people with phones join in. And at one point, I joined in myself on my phone while I was on this, and a feedback loop happened. And it was crazy. I'd like take my phone, like put it under the pillow and like just mute it kind of. And Joe was in the chat and he's like, that hurt my ears so bad. It was pretty funny.
Right.
Oh, Chris said, please don't. You better beg me. You better beg me. I can be so loud. You don't even know. Yeah. If any of us say your mic is working, it's actually working. I know. I'm aware of that now.
So how did we keep Nick here so late? Usually he's not the one who hangs out so late.
I don't even know. He's the one that started this whole thing.
Right? It's all his fault.
I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah. His mic's working in the basement. Hashtag trolling.
No, they've been trolling me on my fucking live streams lately where they're like, I can't hear your mic. You can't hear you. So I have to pull out my mic over here and switch it over. And then they say it's fine, but now I know they're just being bastards.
Right? They're just showing some love. Some love. If they didn't tease you, that means they don't like you.
I agree. I'll give you that.
That's what that's about for sure. Yeah. Don't take it to heart.
They love me. They really, really love me.
Nice.
Good times.
Nice. Good times. So it's Saturday, right? Saturday. I'm kind of confused. I hadn't been working a few days.
For another, well, I guess where you are, it's Sunday now, isn't it? Where you are?
Well, no, I got another. It's 10:57 here, so it's almost Sunday, right? I just
wait. Okay, no, wait, because you were. I'm thinking how my time zone information in my head just backfired for a second. I'm like, wait, you're that way, aren't you? Later than us, but it's not like you're that way. No, you're earlier than me, and I understand that. My brain just shut down for a split second.
What time is it there, Redbeard?
It is 3 minutes to midnight.
Okay, so you're an hour. 3 minutes to midnight. Wow. Okay, you're 2 hours ahead of me somehow.
Yeah, I'm Eastern. You're Central.
Right. Central, I believe, is what they call it. Yeah, it's almost 11 here. Oh, yeah, midnight. You're only an hour. My bad.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Brain fart. 1 hour.
Aha! Brain farts for everyone.
Yeah, right. I'll drink to that.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, I didn't watch your thing last night because y'all were doing the gaming thing. I didn't realize you were chilling after that, or I had to stopped on in.
Well, no, I was gaming, and then I think it was Basement Beer who was like,
Yeah, it was Jamie that was trying to coax you into doing a live hangout.
fuck this gaming shit, do a hangout. And I was like, all right, fine, I'll do a hangout.
So you did a hangout and nobody showed up.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was great. There was 4 of us. It wasn't terrible, but yeah, it wasn't the best.
Yeah, it don't take many to act a fool.
Yeah.
Jace is drinking the Bellhaven Scottish Oat Stout. I had that. I think I liked it.
It was one of my more liked ones of that pack, but overall, I found that pack to be just all the meh right across the board, pretty much. I wasn't impressed.
I like the space side too. I think. I gave the Oat Stout a 4 out of 5. Looking at my Untapped.
No, the Oat Stout was one of the better ones, but overall, because it was 6 different beers, overall the 6-pack was not really that. Like, I want to say I disliked more of the beers that I liked, and the ones I liked, I didn't like. I didn't love anything. It wasn't like, oh my god, it's so good. Like that's what I want out of a beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just looking through my Untapped history on this, and I think, the Oat Stout and the Space Side Oak Aged Blonde. Those were the 2 highlights, I think, for me. The other ones, there was the Scottish Ale, the Craft Pilsner, Twisted Thistle, and
Twisted Thistle was crap. I wasn't impressed with that at all.
Yeah, Twisted. Well, it's made as more of like a traditional English IPA, so the hops are kind of more earthy, fruity than they are citrusy. They're also muted. They take a back seat because they're more marketed. They're more made as like a traditional, whereas they're the original, like made to survive the trip rather than super hot forward.
Fair enough, but still, like regardless, the flavor just really didn't do it for me.
Yeah, no, it was definitely. What did I give it anyway? I'll give it a 3.5. Bit weak. Yeah, weak, nice caramel, floral, not too shabby is what I said. Okay.
Out of 5? 3.5 isn't terrible.
3.5 out of 5. Not terrible.
That's not terrible.
But I mean, when you compare it to the likes of the Space Side or the they had a smoked one, didn't they?
I hate the whole out of 5 rating. It's got a 10 is such a better way to do it.
Okay, well then just multiply the numbers.
Like your opinion, man.
No, it's not. Like 10, it's 10. So it's like 100% as opposed to 5 and 100%. It doesn't. Everything works so much better when you go to 10.
What do you say? 3.5? 3.5 is right. If it's 5 is his number, then you want to move it to 10. Okay, he gave it a 7 out of 10. Which doesn't sound like a terrible beer. It sounds like it's okay.
Fair enough. I agree with that.
Much better beer.
It's like I don't like the whole out of 5 thing. I like out of 10.
I've been using the 5 rating system for years now, and but I do define things in like out of quarters, like 0.25. So I'll give a beer like a 3.75.
Okay, now that I put it in the number of 10, does 7 sound out of 10? Does that sound like the same review, or does it seem like it's different now that I put it in that?
No, that's still the same.
I mean, mathematically, it's the same, but 7 seems like it's really close.
But again, like out of 10, just like.
I mean, no, it seems
whenever
like
I'm rating like anything, anything, regardless of what it is, it's like 1 to 10 is a very good. It's so much broader. I don't have to give like that 9.5 or I can.
Yeah,
but
I do. Rod J's thing, right? Y'all watch Rod J's thing. He does 40% of it is the flavor, but then there's 4 other categories, or maybe I'm doing that wrong. It's like a big portion of it is the flavor, obviously, because that's why we're here. But the other is like appearance, smell and appearance, and blah 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 style. Maybe it was 40 is the other, and then 60 is the flavor. Raj's Beer Ventures, he come up with his own little way of doing it, and I think that's pretty fair. And it all adds up to 100 when it's all said and done. But y'all have watched him. Maybe have you seen his news? He does it. I mean, it's just like beer reviews. Everybody has their own way of doing it. He has his own way of scaling.
Again, like everybody do it the way you want to. My personal thought is just 1 to 10.
I like
it's just so easy and kind of universal and just nice.
Mine's really easy. Mine is, would you buy it again? Or is it spit or swallow, and would you buy it again?
Everybody does things in their own way. I mean, it all comes down to your own personal preference
exactly.
and what you feel works for you. I mean, some people like to do it. I like doing it at 5 because I don't like getting it too complicated.
Yeah. If you don't like those numbers, multiply it by 2.
Oh, there's nothing complicated about what I do at all. Nothing complicated about what I do.
But I mean, when it comes to beer analysis, Beer Analysis 101, it's definitely much more complicated than I normally.
Like I started out my channel being like, I gave it either a recommended by the beard, not recommended by the beard, or halfway recommended by the beard. That was my original rating system. That was it. And then eventually I was like, you know what? If I made this out of 10, I can kind of angle my thumbs and be like, that's like a 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! And like,
it would give it an 88 out of 93 garbage.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, no.
Again, like I there's nothing professional about my YouTube channel at all. I am a guy who is enjoying trying different beers, and that's about it. Like, imagine
that.
I love this glass, man. This was given to me. Lock Street Brewery, Jake.
That's your Lock Street. Okay.
Yeah, I love this glass. It's the only one of this style I have, and I love it.
Does it actually say Teku on the stem? It'll say it right down here on the base. Like,
and what does that mean?
Well, that's the name. That's the style of glass, Teku.
I don't see it anywhere.
That means it's good glassware.
Yeah. Well, the style of glass is it's a Teku. It's a certain type, like a.
It does.
I'm not sure if it's patent, but it's actually marketed as the perfect style of glass for a beer.
It does. I don't know if wherever it's like it's right here. I see it. It says Teku in it.
Yeah, mine's on right here. They're expensive glasses too, but
it was given to me by Jake at Lock Street.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Considering
all they had on hand was ladies' shirts. Or he would have given me a shirt as well. Like he wax topped 3 bottles like in front of me on video, and then gave me those 3 bottles of beer. He was an awesome guy, man. I had such a good time. Oh my god! Like
this Teku, I spent like $13 on. They're not cheap glasses.
I was gonna say that's not super expensive. Like I've seen them.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah,
I've seen them priced at like at least 20.
But compared to like say something like this, like I think I paid 5 to 8 for something like that.
Right.
Again, that is
I've got a few of these.
Almost any brewery I've been to that has that glass on sale, they want $15 at least for that glass.
Like crap.
Nah,
what the point's is saying, these aren't cheap glasses, and that's pretty cool that you got one for free.
I love like when you pour the beer, you let it stop there, and the way it works to, I don't know what it is, but it's a freaking awesome glass to drink beer out of, man. It makes me feel more classy because it's like a wine glass. So I'm like, oh yes, but it's not. I'm drinking beer. I'm drinking beer out of my beer wine glass. Fuck you, wine beer.
You want to see a glass? I'll be right back.
I love this thing, man.
Be right back.
I want to get another one that's blank that I can put my Redbeard logo on and use it like often in my vlogs, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. That's what I noticed about the glassware I've got. It takes that beer, and there's plenty of room for it, depending on the style. It just works every time.
I could use this glass and put a logo over this glass, which actually I've got 3 beers by this brewery to review that was given to me, and after that, there's a good chance I won't have any of their beer for a long time. So once I do all 3 beers, then I think I might do the logo thing, and this will become like a Redbeard glass kind of thing. We'll see.
Get a Redbeard Teku.
See,
yeah, I've got some Speak Low. I've got it was a little sampler thing. It came with 4 glasses. One is the IPA, of course, with the smaller bottom, And then there's one that's more like, well, it's not this one, but it's shaped exactly like that, just a lot thinner and way more spooky. All of them are super thin, and I fear of breaking them. Then I got one more like a longer, like a taller, bigger, wider one, and then like a really tall one. They're not in here, but yeah, it was a 4-pack, and it was like right at $40 for those things. They're all super thin, man. You hit them, and it's like ting. They're China. But they're supposed to improve the aroma of the beer. I'm not so sophisticated, and I'm really fearful of even using them because they're so delicate.
Now there's a glass.
Yeah, I got one kind of like that. Yeah.
Size comparison. Like this is the Erdinger glass I'm going to use on Wednesday for Erdinger.
Nice.
I actually dug this out of storage.
I don't know. I'm going to go around tomorrow probably or the next day, and I will do the beer tour of my city. And
I'm almost certain you can get it because it's it's ubiquitous. It's the most common Hefeweizen out there.
I want to.
I still got to do my research on it, but I know Erdinger is probably the most common. Oh, I think Drunken One's got something special.
Oh no! This one you want to drink right here?
What the fuck?
I just see I'm stirring some yeast. Look at all the yeast.
You're drinking all your yeast right at once.
That's my yeast. I've been brewing it for the last week. I just let it settle out because I got to
chug it now.
Oh my god! Can you imagine the painful shits you would have from something like that? Drinking all that.
I can't imagine. I don't even know. Look at all that yeast on the bottom of that. That's a homebrewer's dream right there. So I pour off most of the liquid, and I got to feed them again because they're hungry. That's enough for probably 30 gallons worth of brew right there. That's a lot of yeast in there.
Craziness.
That'd be insane to just chug that right at once.
That'd be a crazy thing.
I wouldn't want to do that. It's just like a poison pill or missile.
I can't see. There's no way it could be even like remotely good.
No,
but it would be entertaining to watch.
It would probably taste like spooge or something shitty. But at the same time,
I mean, what's on top is actually
you've got all that live yeast going into your fucking system. Imagine the shits that you'd have in the morning.
I
can't never shit the same again.
Right. He might be exactly right. I don't know. I'm not gonna try that.
Yeah, don't.
I don't even want to try that. There's no double dog dare to that one. I'm good.
Basement Beer says pick a winner, nose candy. What?
Well, what are you talking about? I see a bunch of hashtags when they're all the belch. Pick a winner. Smack.
Oh, Kitty gets in the way. Madly pick nose for 35 seconds. Get out of here.
All the pickles. What?
I think maybe just kind of lost his mind or something.
They're making Chris Peters jokes.
Oh.
Yeah. So what's that? Okay. So I don't know. Is it just a joke or what's up with the pickles to cleanse your palate? That just doesn't sound like a good idea. It's vinegar, for God's sakes.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's a beer tuber from Brandon, Manitoba called Chris Peters. It's just to demonstrate on what kind of guy this is. He's got a channel called the Alcoholocaust.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. If that wasn't inappropriate enough, the guy's a bit of a special case because he'll be like in mid review or something like that, and he'll be eating pickles as the palate cleanser. And he'll also be making contests. It's like, oh man, you could taste the brewer's yeast in this. So he was on BDU once a couple years ago, and it was such a enlightening experience that we kind of never forgot about it. And anytime
I wish I was around back then to be part of that.
The same guy that could tell if there was the mimosa fruit in the
yes. Every time, he says he could.
I've heard of this guy.
He got mimosa fruits out of this.
Mimosa fruit. Okay.
Anyway, Jamie's got a gif of Chris Peters. He's doing this. He's picking his nose, and his cat gets in front of his camera. He shoos him away.
Oh man!
And he does this in the middle of an actual live review.
So, I see. Okay. Wow. Yeah, he must have been a winner if we're still talking about him 2 years later.
Here's the thing: we've actually tried to reason with the guy, tried to give the guy help. as far as like, okay, here's what you're doing. Maybe if you did something like this, you'd be more. But every time we try to give him advice on something, he just bitches us out and then tells us to fuck off or something like that. And then after that, it just became more of a trolling aspect because now it's on, and now it's getting to the point where it's not even funny anymore because the guy is just so stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's not fun to pick on somebody if they're not there, you know. But
yeah, but I mean, the pickle thing has kind of turned into a running joke in BDU. And it's offshoots.
Terrio who? What? Oh, what I say?
Terrio.
Yeah.
You can say it. You can't spell it, but you can say it.
No, it's easy to spell. It's the Riot.
Yeah. But Jamie says he's a harmless guy, just dumb. Yet, Slipknot fan. Slipknot fan number 10.
Yeah, that's a shame. It's pretty bad when you can tell somebody they're effing up and they still don't figure it out. It's like, dude, we're on your side. You need to hold your tongue different. You're messing us all up. I thought y'all were serious for that whole pickle palate cleansing thing. I was like, that can't be good. Come on now.
The time he was on BDU. The time he was on BDU with us, he was going on about how white ales, like wit beers, they made them white because they were made with bleached wheat.
Oh well.
So we ended up there was a lot of running jokes going around about bleached beer, putting bleach in beers. No.
Hello.
It comes down to the grain you fucking use in the beer. Come on.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Can't help stupidity sometimes.
No, you can't fix stupid.
Exactly.
Oh, it's going for more beer.
Same.
I wonder if I can find something here. Yeah, things are getting quiet now. How long have we been on for? Yeah, we're trying to sleep here. Chris is just dozing off.
Sleep.
This is 3 hours. This is where you do the pterodactyl scream.
Oh, wow, they just broke my glass.
That woke everybody up.
Hello,
my friends.
Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to the show.
hello.
Wow. Jurassic Park style.
What be going now? No.
Oh,
all the world.
Christ. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, I can't imagine it in headphones. No, I'm good. I got mine turned down just where it doesn't echo and stuff. But wow, that's still quite bright.
That picture you put in the BDU is fucking hilarious. Like, my God, look, what even, like, what the fuck? The pants. I don't understand. It doesn't. I can't comprehend. My brain can't focus on things. I can't do it
because it's not worth focusing on. Anyway, no, it's just become a bit of a running joke over the years.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's a damn shame he can't figure it out. I mean, yeah. I guess it's been pretty entertaining if it's still going on for a couple of years.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's lots of pickle references about.
At least I don't feel stupid thinking that that's a thing. You know, I'm no beer reviewer, but I'm thinking, I don't know. I mean, if
Chris on the tent says
salad dressing, there's no salad dressing pairings that go with beer. Beer and vinegar just do not belong together. Vinegar is what happens if you did your beer wrong. If you made it wrong, that's what happens. That's your word.
Unless it's a sour.
Right, I guess so. Yeah, right.
That's what I find about. Look, that's one thing. Like, I find when I drink wine, it turns my stomach. But when it comes to beer, most beers are made pretty balanced when it comes to alkalinity. Acidity. It's unless it's a sour, so it's just like generally beers don't bug me at all.
Right. Yeah, they're fairly sweet. I mean, I'm not sweet per se, but balanced, I guess, is a better word. But they're definitely not bitter until you get into those other styles.
Well, no, they're not sour usually. And even when they are sour, they're not bad. They're not like vinegar.
Right. That Brettanomyces stuff. I've Joe sent me a beer that was like that. It was the Monk Cafe. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Anyway, it come from Average Joe, and it was pretty damn good. I mean, I don't really have any reference to what is good. That was my first ever sour beer. It was different. I would try another sour beer. I didn't hate it, but I took a little getting used to. You know, if you're not a sour drinker, then yeah, it's a big ass shame.
Sour beers are insanely different, but
yeah, they are.
They can be unbelievably amazing. Like, oh my God, that's some great ones, man.
He said this one wasn't so bad, and I'll quote him by saying, "It's not one that'll rip the enamel off your teeth." he said some of them are just like that. You know, they're just that sour. Are you looking it up, aren't you, Monk's Cafe? Quote me on that, because that's what it said on the can. He said it was kind of an entry level sour, is that Monk's Cafe, but it come from Average Joe, and he knows his beers.
He seems to like he's.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean,
yeah,
everybody's all like to pray for Joe.
Joe definitely knows his stuff.
But no, Joe is very, very knowledgeable when it comes to beer.
Yeah, no, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. There's nobody who's going to say that Joe doesn't know his stuff. It's almost like he knows enough that he should be able to start his own channel, but he doesn't.
No, he could.
Know, right?
He could.
I will be his first sub if he does.
And that's why we were praying for Joe tonight. So won't please people think of Joe.
Where is Joe? Is Joe busy doing something? What's Joe doing?
He must be busy something, and probably doing something other than fucking bitches like Greg is.
I'm honestly surprised that like. He's got to be doing something, because there's the fact that he hasn't popped in on the chat even, and like Joe's always around somewhere. Like it's
he's lurking.
Oh, fuck me! Oh my God! Did I? Please tell me I did. God damn it! It's 12 in the morning. It's 12:20. Please tell me I did. I did.
Did you summon Joe?
No, yesterday I forgot to publish my vlog until like almost 1 a.m. I try to get it at midnight every day is like my goal, and I did it today. I did it. I'm good. It's good. It's at our Chad place with Nikolai and Miparowski. I did so many beer reviews on Chad's. What we did, we set up Chad's camera and Nikolai and Miparowski's camera and my camera, and basically was like, okay, I'll do a vlog now. Give us a beer. Do it. Okay, cool. You'll do a vlog now, blah, blah, blah. Cool. You're going to do it now, blah. And like for like hours at a time on Monday night, man. Like I did so many vlogs on that couch. And by the time I got to the last, like I was so fucking hammered Monday night, man. Chad put us live playing Final Fight, an old school SNES game. And we beat the game. I have no memory of beating the game, but we beat the game. I was man. There's a bunch of shit that happened. Like it's like, oh, really? That happened? Like what? Oh, like Monday and Tuesday, I was given by the breweries we went to. The Chad took us to probably at least almost a keg of beer. Like just like we walk into the brewery and Chad brought us there like. Here's like a sample of everything we have. Enjoy, and we talk, and then I'm like, all the samples done. What did you like? What do you want more of? You know, that one, I guess. Okay, and I'm done again. What do you want more of? Give me that one, I guess. And just like kept just giving. Like it was unbevillable, man.
They give it out because they know they're going to get the publicity for it. They're going to get,
but not even that. Like just like every single brewery that Chad took me to, and the people that were there, that like they're just awesome people that wanted to just talk about beer and shoot the shit. And like, sure, there's going to be like a bit of publicity, but like me, Mike, I'm a tiny little 488 subscriber YouTube channel. I'm not big. I'm not giving them anything huge in publicity shit. Like. And they gave me
the
so
guy with
much
the most
beer.
Subscribers here is Drunken One.
No. We talked about that. No. That's that sub for sub channel shit. If you get 15% of your people watching, then you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good. I got a bunch of little old ladies that watch my stuff from time to time.
Nice.
I do too. It's all good. No, it's not about the talent for sure. I need to stay out of those those sub for sub things. I made it to 1,000. I feel like all right, and I kind of left it alone from there. And I'm not trying to rub it in by no means. I'm just telling a story. But from out of nowhere, here comes another. I got like another 70 in the last few days, and I'm not even in those damn chats anymore. I don't know what happened. And my content isn't all that, man. Y'all work hard for your content. Y'all do. Redbeard's pumping it out every freaking day of the week, putting out his reviews. I mean, he's working it. People like Beer by the Numbers who work
so much. I think his wrist would get tired.
Oh hell! Right?
You have no idea how strong this wrist is, baby. It's been through a lot. I'm so.
Y'all watch Beer by the Numbers? Y'all watch Beer by the Numbers,
so.
guys?
I think so.
Well, I've heard of it. But no, I don't.
Oh no, you need to. Okay, you need to go look at that. Sub it, and then you can unsub it later or whatever. He's a beer nerd in the sense that he works hard to be able to.
Nerd.
No, nerd is a good thing. Nerd is not a bad thing.
No, you're right. Nerd draws.
World. All right.
I've gotten.
He works hard to put his stuff together. He comes up with a bunch of great facts. He's got great editing. He just, if you have never seen it, go see Ryan at Beer by the Numbers. I'm telling you, I encourage you for sure. If you don't like it, you can always unsubscribe. But if you're a beer nerd and you like numbers and credentials and history about beer itself, he's the man for the job. He works really hard on his channel. He had no idea I was going to say that, but I'm telling you, Beer by the Numbers. Go look at
I want to say, like, thank you.
Watch this deep into a chat on a backwards Beertube channel.
Nice. I was honestly, just going to say thank you, Drunken One.
Now you got to rely on people watching this deep into a video on a backwoods Beertube channel, like 3 hours in.
right. Well, I know.
We're like 3.5 hours into.
It's not about them. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to Redbeard, or whoever might be left here.
That's what I'm saying. Like I know, I was trying to say.
We still got 5 people watching.
Well, like the compliments you gave me there for like.
Jamie's talking about how Nick talking about vinyl. Just bought some new stuff. What'd you get, Jamie? I don't know what kind of music you're into.
I have not missed a daily drink vlog in 753 days as of today. Like I'm pretty proud of myself for that.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Like
see, I've gotten to the point where I've gotten burnt out about it. I just attend the beer meeting once a week when it comes to BDU or whatever it is.
Like again, like I went down south for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, came back Thursday, and before I went down, I made sure that I had at least I was good to go till Friday. As far as like videos that were like pre-rendered and uploaded to YouTube and scheduled. And like twice a year I go for work to a diamond mine up north. There's barely any kind of internet access. YouTube is blocked. So many sites are just blocked up there at this fucking time. But before I go, I make sure that I've got so like again, as of today, as of right now, because the new one's out, it's not a Maple Rusky one. We had the Blood Brothers Unify or Die, which was a fucking crazy tasty stout, and that's beer number 754 in a row. Awesome. I have not missed a day.
That's pretty cool.
That's dedication. That is cool, right? That's dedication.
But again, like it was dedication. If I hadn't gone south. If you saw, I don't know if you followed me on Facebook, Redbeard on Facebook, I put a picture, I put a comparison of like my fridge when I got home, and then my fridge after I got home and put the beer in, and it's like there was like maybe 8 beers left in my fridge.
Was that on your personal page, or you have like a fan page or something?
Redbeard. It's an actual page I have. Redbeard. The same thing. Red BEERD, and it's my.
It looks like you got a suntan while you were there, going so far south.
There you go.
What now?
Like your page.
An accent? Thanks, buddy.
No, not an accent. It looks like you got a suntan while you were there.
Oh, no, I don't think so, man. I'm still white enough to blind people. Oh yeah, no worries there. But like my fridge.
Don't worry, man. I've turned the brightness on my monitor down.
Yeah, right.
I spent a good I'm gonna say at least a good $100 on beer while I was down there on the way back, like the brewers and stuff.
Yeah, I believe it.
But I was given probably a good $300 worth of beer to drink, as well as like people being like, "Here, have this." Well, not the Exchange Brewery. I went there, and Chad was like, "You're not going to want to buy anything. It's going to be super pretentious, blah, blah, blah." And they gave me a beer. And that Lock Street, these guys, this guy wax topped in front of me and then gave me 3 of their beers. It was like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's cool. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
It was, and like the guy came in kettle. Me and Chad brewed a beer there. We made beer. Like I did, like Chad had done it before. So he got me to, I milled the grain. I fucking poured all, I did everything. And I loved it. It was an awesome, awesome time. And I want to actually get into home brewing freakishly badly right now. Like,
oh yeah.
I wanted to before, but I'd never done it. So I didn't really know what I was getting into. Now,
oh, that's awesome.
I know what I'm kind of, I know I can do that. I can do that.
And it doesn't have to be as complex as all that. You can get liquid malt extract and do it on your stove.
But again, no, fuck that, man. I love doing that. I want to do it the right way. Like that, no liquid malt. Like I understand it's cheating, but not super cheating because it's still the liquid malt extract is still the same kind of stuff that you get. But I want to do it. I'm going to grind my own malt. All that crazy fucking shit, man. Damn right. Yeah, Damn right.
You're going to spend a lot of money getting started then like that. Yeah. I don't even have a malt belly.
I will get some stones. And my first batch of beer will be like me, like stone milling, old school style.
What is it? The porter and mestle.
What do it, man. I have a good porter mestle. Wait. Mortar and pestle is a phrase.
Pestle, yeah, that's what
I could do that. It would take a long time, but I think it'd be more entertaining if I put in a bunch of plastic so everything's good and sanitary. Extra shit. 2 stones.
No, it doesn't have to be sanitary on the hot side.
Still though, I don't want to add any extra chicken in my mouth. You
can spit those grains. Nobody would know it on the hot side.
I would know. And I would be like, no, I'm going to put something down anyway. Make sure it's all nice and clean. Swept up, whatever. And 2 stones, a big flat stone, and then a crushing stone. And I'm going to mill my grain with stones for my first brew, man. It'll be awesome. Yes.
That'll get you some hits on your channel.
Damn right, baby. Damn right. Oh, good stuff. Anyway, I've been on this since like the beginning, and we go 3 hours. I need to pass out relatively soon and also eat food and let my dog in for a pee.
I've been kind of thinking it's probably about time to take this off.
Things need to happen. But you know what, guys? Thank you so much for having me. And anytime that you want me in one of these, you know the Beer 101 thing is.
Yeah, well, I figured.
If it's there and I'm around.
I was kind of bored tonight, so I figured, I'll just do a live hangout and see who's interested in coming. And thank you both for coming in.
Yeah,
and thanks everybody who's in the chat still. Jamie for watching, and we'll catch you guys later.
Thank you so much.